Guys, we are live over here. Oh my goodness. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is RAMSAY and we are over here for the FIFA Club World Cup watch along. And this is a big game which is going to be happening. It is Paris Saint-Germain against the likes of FC Bayern. This game is looking happening. And it is from Georgia, Atlanta. This is RAMSAY. And on these Saturdays, big watch along we are going to be happening. Who is going to win that? Paris Saint-Germain or is it the likes of FC Bayern? Whichever team are you supporting in this FIFA Club World Cup? Whether you are a fan of Paris Saint-Germain, whether you are a fan of FC Bayern, we will be having the live timeline over here onto our screen as well, and the aspects of predictions of this game we will be making that. But it is still 45 more minutes left for the kickoff. We will be analyzing the teams, we will be having the predictions, we will be evaluating every players, and a big storm over here is going to happen at Atlanta, because one side of the FIFA Club World Cup is where the Champions League fixtures are being played, and the another side of the FIFA Club World Cup where the matches which are being played is not getting that critical. But it is a storm which is going to come at Atlanta, and this watch along we will be having Paris Saint-Germain against the likes of Bayern Munich. It is Bayern Munich against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. Welcome everyone for this live stream of this watch along of Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, who will be advancing to the semi-finals. The poll is also there on the chat. Oh my goodness, we have been getting those votes on the poll. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain has got 33% votes. Bayern has so far got 33%. Penalties incoming is 33%. Anthony Taylor, the controversial referee, again is going to be present in this game. This man, Anthony Taylor, has been previously associated with so much of controversies whenever a German club has been playing in those matches. And now again in this FIFA Club World Cup, Paris Saint-Germain against the likes of Bayern Munich, we will be having the watch of this referee Anthony Taylor again. But look at the goals which Paris Saint-Germain has been getting. That we will be soon just making the analysis of the lineups, the predictions of that. But look at the goals which Paris Saint-Germain has been really getting. It is Kingsley Coman again getting those goals. In the past 4 meetings, Paris Saint-Germain hasn't been able to get a win against Alliance, neither at the home, neither at away matches, nor at the Parc des Princes, nor at the Alliance Arena. PSG in the past 4 mixtures against the likes of Bayern Munich hasn't registered a win, but it was in their last 5th meeting where they got some sort of a wins. We will be having the lineup soon on this timeline. And when the kickoff is going to happen, we will be showing the exact thing which is happening on our screen as well. But looking at the goals, look at that creativity from Olise on the pitch. He is marvelous. He is doing the talking. Again, look at those goals. It is Serge Gnabry who scored that big. Bambi is on a hat-trick. He has scored that, one penalty to that as well. My goodness, we will be showing all these stats. Paris Saint-Germain against the likes of Bayern Munich. A big fixture is going to be happening, and that is at Atlanta, Georgia. This big game is going to happen. Do tune your timeline with our, because still it is 38 more minutes left for this kickoff. We will be analyzing the team and the build-ups. Let us put the build-ups over here. Let us just put the build-ups over here onto the screen. Look at the lineups. Oh my goodness. Look at the big throttle lineup which PSG is having. Look at this lineup, guys. PSG are rolling off a big throttle lineup to be talking about. And looking at that, there is some sort of change which Luis Enrique has brought into this fixture. But Paris Saint-Germain in their past fixtures which they were playing, and it was against the likes of Inter Miami CF, the Messi's team, where they got a 4-0 big victory. But in that lineup, it was also the same in the mid-page. It was also the same on the goalkeeping aspects. It was also the same on the centre-backs. Paco, Marquinhos, Mendes, Hakimi, Donnarumma being the man, Neves, Vitinha, Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola and Desire Doué again. It is Luis Enrique again going with that same lineup which he was having against the likes of Inter Miami CF, where they got those victories. It is the same lineups. And looking at the lineups of FC Bayern over here, look at the lineup which Bayern has got into this. In the past fixture, talking about Bayern Munich's lineup, it was against the likes of Flamengo, where they got a big victory of 4-2, and Flamengo were really dominated in that game. But it is a single change on the mid pitch which Vincent Company has got. It is Goretzka who hasn't been picked, and it is the likes of Pavlovic who will be saying. Pavlovic will be the man replacing Goretzka on the lineups. This is the official lineups, both Bayern and PSG. We are placing over here onto our screen. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who will advance to the semi-finals? The voting section is open on the poll. Whether it is going to be PSG, whether it is going to be Bayern, whether penalty is incoming, or whether it is the likes of Anthony Taylor, some sort of controversy this English referee will be making on, because in the past fixtures against the German teams, he has been associated with many controversies. It is the likes of Anthony Taylor who is going to be officiating this game. But Bayern has got again Musiala Bambi talking on the mid page. It is Anthony Taylor, the referee, who is going to be officiating this game. We will be making the predictions, guys. We will be making the predictions. We will be analyzing the teams. We will be analyzing the lineups, what is going to be happening, and soon we will be having those big predictions. And do give your predictions as well on to those polls, as well as to those chat section, which is open up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time in this game. But Anthony Taylor, the referee, being there are two changes for Bayern in their lineup, which they are making that. No denying the fact it is Bambi who is back from the injuries and is there in the starting lineups, and it is Goretzka who is not there, and it is the likes of Pavlovic who is there on those starting lineups. That has been the question. Which is making things looking happening over here. But Anthony Taylor, as well as his referral decisions, will that be making? Give your votes, guys. We have got 33% votes on PSG as well as Bayern, as well as penalties incoming, but no one has voted for Anthony Taylor. Controversy over here onto the page. Let me put that stats over here onto that screen. Let me put those stats. Oh my goodness, we have got those stats, guys. We have got those stats over here. We will be having the actual timeline over here as well, that how is this game is going to be progressing. But Anthony Taylor, the referee, look at that. It is in the FIFA Club World Cup where PSG has got 3 wins. Let us have our analysis over here onto the screen. I hope this screen is visible and perfect. 3 wins for PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup. 3 wins for Bayern. Now we are moving on to the analysis. 30 minutes left for the lineups and 30 minutes left for the start off and the kickoff. And in the squad value, look at that. PSG are 1 billion, 1.2 billion close. PSG are worth, whereas Bayern are close to 900 million. A difference of 300 million over here. But PSG has got 1 loss. It was against the likes of Botafogo, and Bayern has got those 1 loss. But talking about in this game with these lineups, PSG in the past has got 4-0, but this man, Anthony Taylor, who will be officiating the game, this man, Anthony Taylor, has been really critical. No denying the fact, this man, Anthony Taylor, whenever he has been there in those matches to be talking about, this man is the biggest upset if it is going to be anything. This man, Anthony Taylor, again officiating those matches, it will be a big upset. If Bayern are going to make anything big onto from here, this man will be a big upset. And soon we will be having the exact timeline over here onto the screen. But as of now, let me put the stats. It is Anthony Taylor who has been officiating the matches for German clubs and has been receiving those upsets. But again, it is those FIFA which has officiated this man to be onto the page. and consecutive scoring in times. Look at that. Look at these stats. PSG in the head-to-head performances against the likes of Bayern has got 6 wins and 9 wins out of those 15 past fixtures. Both the teams, PSG has got 6 and Bayern has got 9. But in the past 4 fixtures, Bayern has got 2 wins at the Alliance at their home, and at the Parc des Princes also PSG has got 2 losses. Bayern has been winning 4 consecutive matches against PSG, but PSG are looking in a roaring form. They have that confidence, they have that lineup which they have won the Champions League, and they are definitely doing the talking. But in the FIFA World Cup, it is PSG has got 1 loss against the likes of Botafogo, and it is Bayern who has got 1 loss, and it was against Benfica. But both of those teams have got those exits from the FIFA World Cup. But how is this game going to be? We will be analyzing to the different aspects. And in this FIFA World Cup, talking about the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, look at this. If the comparison, it is Vitinha who has got 2 goals, 2 assists, 1 goal. Olise is the man who has got 3 goals and 2 assists. It is Harry Kane also getting 3 goals. Bambi Jamal Musiala has also got 3 goals. These are the stats. But Kvaratskhelia with 2 assists, 1 goal, and Hakimi who has got 2 goals, and Joao Neves, it is the mid-pitch and the inverted backs from PSG who has been doing the talking. Will the likes of Olise be good enough? And we will be talking about that a bit later. We will be making the predictions with the different comparisons. But Marquinhos is going to be reaching 450 startings in for PSG in this game, and Marquinhos is there in the lineups. And Kingsley Coman, he will be getting those 250 starting wins in PSG. Oh my goodness, Kingsley Coman is also going to be making that. But William Paco is the man who will be getting his 50th start, and he has got that. But the elite competition will be the aspects of Donnarumma against the likes of Manuel Neuer. This is the big clash. Both PSG will be making into those attacks. It is both Bayern and PSG making those high progressive attacks into the pitch. Will that be the statement? Donnarumma's form for today's game and Manuel Neuer's form for today's game will definitely be a big aspect to watch into this, because Donnarumma and Manuel Neuer both has got those 4 matches into this. 360 minutes both of these players have played. But in terms of yellow cards, Bayern are having those more yellow cards. Talking to that of PSG, Joao Neves getting 1, Joshua Kimmich is that 1, but it is the previous picture where many of those yellow cards were given to the Bayern players. And in terms of the youngest players in the squad, it is Ibrahima Mbaye, who is 17 years, and it is Kiala, the man coming in to Bayern squad, who is there also from that 17 years of age. But the oldest man is from Marquinhos, PSG. He is 31 years and Manuel Neuer with 39. But look at that. Bayern are still having that 99 rating overall, whereas PSG is having those 96. In terms of those attacks, Bayern are still higher than PSG in those attacks, but in the squad depth, where Bayern are just lacking on the mid-pitch. That is where the statement is. Look at this analysis. Look at this graph which has been put over here. In the midfield, both of the teams are looking comparing it, but in the squad depth is where Bayern is relying, because many of the injuries from Bayern are there. Alphonso Davies not being present, Hiroki Ito not being getting those options. Big time injuries for Bayern. But in the goalkeeping aspects, it is the thing which needs to be talking. It is the goalkeeping aspect. But look at this ELO as well as those tilt rating. It is PSG, despite having so much confidence into their squad. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who will be making those big statements over here into this game? The voting section is open over here. Give your votes. Who will win that big? But now again, looking at this, let me put this. Yes, it is that PSG who, despite having that much confidence, despite having winning the Champions League, are still on that 99 rating, but Bayern are on that 100. But in that tilt, look at that, 15.5% for PSG, but 35.1% for Bayern to be making that. And the country ranking, both of them have been on the top. But in the votes as well, 16.2%, which we have been getting that. And in the draw, it is 16%. And on the win, Bayern are getting those 67%. PSG has won the Champions League. PSG has been in a tremendous form. They have got those exits to Inter Milan, Simeone Inzaghi, and they have been doing the talking consistently. But it is on the mapping where Bayern have really made that good in the stats. Look at this. These stats are revealing, and in the probability of each exact outcome where this was the mapping which was done, both Bayern and the likes of PSG in the talking, it is the win probability PSG are having with an expected goal XG of 1.3 and 16.2% win probability. We will be having the watch along. It is still 25 more minutes left for that kickoff, but now we are analyzing both the teams and we will be making the predictions. And look at that win probability, 67.2% Bayern are boasting with this lineup, and 2.71 is the expected goals. Bayern, in terms of their XG and the expected goals to be happening, they are definitely getting that more aspect into that. They are definitely getting those more aspects into that. And in terms of those live coverages, look at that. It is at the PSG are dead, which has been confirmed that Luis Enrique are saying unless they keep improving. PSG dead unless they are if they are keeping improving. But Bayern are that big haul for PSG at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium at Atlanta, where they are getting those clashes up against the likes of PSG, whether PSG are going to advance or not. But Luis Enrique's side has topped their group and they are moving with the attacks of Kvaratskhelia, Desire Doué and Barcola. Marquinhos and Fabian Ruiz have both been given those rest in the previous fixtures and they will be taking on those fresh legs, but the same has happened for Vincent Kompany. He got those substitutions, but Kim Min-jae is the man who is back into the squad, and that will be the thing, he will be making that into the squad. Apart from that, all the analysis have been done and we will be making those predictions with the lineups. We will be now displaying that. Look at the lineup of now PSG. It is that big lineup which PSG are now boasting into that. It will be a fight, guys. It will be a big fight. A big clash is going to be happening that. Whether the likes of Mendes and Kvaratskhelia be good enough, Fabian Ruiz also accompanying that left part of the pitch, and Olise, Kimmich and Lima, will they be the thing talking? These three, Mendes, Ruiz and Kvaratskhelia doing the talking, as well as the likes of Olise, Kimmich and Lima doing the talking from that part of the pitch. Will they be good enough? And Paco and Marquinhos on the centre backs, those two have got those aerial duels. Will Bayern be going for those aerial wins? Will Bayern be going for those aerial wins? That is the thing which will be more critical into watching into this game. That will be the thing which will be more critical into watching that. Donnarumma is that man. Nothing can be put behind the nets for Donnarumma. But if you are going for that far post, then it is only the thing which is going to be happening. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who will win this big? Bayern or PSG? The voting section is open here onto that chat. The voting section is open. But again, making those analyses, look at that. Vitinha on the mid page, Ruiz and Neves. It is Jamal Musiala, Bambi, Kimmich and Pavlovic has been picked. What has made Vincent Kompany the need to not allow Goretzka to be talking on, and the experience of that? Is it the speed of Goretzka where he is running, and Pavlovic who will be making on to those aggressive high pitch? That is the thing which is looking to be happening. Let me just check those audio and video section. Yes, it is looking good over here, no denying the fact. But give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Who will make that big? Bayern against the likes of PSG. But PSG again, they have picked Barcola. Dembele has been dropped. They have the options of Gonzalo Ramos, Ibrahim Mbaye, Kang In Lee, Zaire Emery, as well as they have got Lucas Hernandez but not being picked. Berardo as well as the likes of Kamara are there on those defensive substitutions for PSG. Luis Enrique has got that depth in the squad. No denying the fact, Luis Enrique has got that depth, but Desire Doué and Hakimi, Mendes and Hakimi will be the two players who will be making that. But will Stanisic against the likes of Hakimi and the likes of Mendes against the likes of Lama, the man talking with the aspects of Kvaratskhelia and Desire, do it? It will be the inverted backs, Lama and Stanisic, who needs to be doing the talking. And look at the lineups of mine over here. Look at this lineup. We will be making the prediction soon, guys. We will be making the prediction soon. So those of you who are watching this, give your votes that who will be making to the semi-finals. The voting section is open onto the chat. And there is also that top fan which has been pinned onto the chat for those voters who have been giving their votes. PSG has got 33%, Bayern so far have got 33% on that live poll, and penalties incoming is 33%. But Anthony Taylor, the referee who is going to be making into this game, no votes have been given for that man. No votes have been given for that man. But how are things going to be making that? Let me put this man onto the display. Anthony Taylor, the man who will be officiating this game for today. Will that be good enough? Because both the lineups we had a talk of that, but again, looking at the lineups of mine over here, look at this statement. Olise, will he be that good enough to get past the likes of Nuno Mendes? Olise has been getting those assists, he has been getting those goals, he is technically good, but in terms of speed, Mendes is the man, and Mendes has humiliated Lamine Yamal in the match against the likes of Barcelona. Mendes has got that capability. He can humiliate. He has got that confidence. Mendes is on a roaring confidence, and it is also the likes of Olise who is having that. Who will be the man talking, Mendes or the likes of Olise? Let me put that Q&A over here onto the chat. Let me put that Q&A over here onto the chat. Who will be the man of the match for today's game? Let me put that. Who will be the man of the match? Who will be the man of the match for today? That is also that question and Q&A which has been just put over here onto the chat. It has been pinned, guys. It has been pinned. There is also that poll and there is also that Q&A that who will be making that. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes onto that poll section and give your answers to that question and answer as well. Who will be the man of the match, as well as what is your predictions? And we will be finally making the predictions 15 minutes early. Now it is still the likes of 20 more minutes left for that kickoff. 20 more minutes. But look at that. It is Jamal Musiala Bambi on the attacking pitch. Will he be making that good against the likes of Paco and Marquinhos? Vitinha will be down. It will be likes of Joao Neves. Will he be staying down on the pitch? And Vitinha will be making those passes. In terms of those assists, Vitinha and Neves has been doing the talking. And in terms of assist for Bayern, it is the likes of Joshua Kimmich who has been doing the talking. No denying that. We will be having the exact timeline over here onto the chart as well. We will be having that exact timeline over onto the screen as well. We have that analysis of both the teams. We showed their stats. Those of you who are joining this, you can just have those by dragging back the timeline, but we will be showing the exact timeline onto our screen as well. We will be showing that, but the lineups of PSG against the likes of Bayern Munich, again, we are evaluating that. And in 3 more minutes, we will be having the predictions of that. 15 minutes when it is going to be left for that kickoff, we will be making those predictions. But again, look at that. PSG with the likes of Hakimi and Mendes, will Olise and Coman be capable enough to get that? And the aspects of Harry Kane, HK009, against the like of Paco and Marquinhos, will he be able to get past the likes of Donnarumma? Both Donnarumma and Manuel Neuer be the men who will be having to safeguard the net. It will be shots from Kvaratskhelia which will be made, but Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, these are the two players who will be seen coming onto the defensive mid pitch where Bayern has to be critical. In this lineup for both these teams, no denying the fact, it is those inverted backs as well as those inverted mid pitch where Fabian Ruiz, Neves as well as the likes of Mendes and Hakimi who will be seen coming on to the box where they will be making those crosses, where they will be looking, making those passes. That is the place Bayern with that anchor man position staying in between the likes of Upamecano and the likes of Jonathan Tah will be the man doing the talking. That will be the man doing the talking. Oh my goodness. Penalties incoming. We have got that vote, guys. Penalties incoming. It is a big clash. And those of you who are giving your votes onto that poll, there is also that Q&A that who will be the man of the match for today. Whichever part of the globe you are watching this, whichever team you are supporting, whether it is the likes of Paris Saint-Germain or whether it is the likes of Bayern Munich, give your answers to that Q&A as well, that who will be the man of the match for today based upon your predictions. And in just 1 more minute, we will be making the predictions of this game. In just under 1 more minute, 15 minutes still left for the kickoff, 16 rather. And in just 1 more minute, we will be making the predictions. We showed the analysis of both the teams. We showed the different aspects of the different players, the fight which is going to be happening. Nuno Mendes against the likes of Olise, Kvaratskhelia with his tremendous lightning speed against the likes of Lima. But the thing which Bayern has to be more critical into this game is the availability of a mid-pitch player who will be blocking those inverted positions where Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves, or the likes of Hakimi and Mendes, they will be trying to populate that part of the defensive mid-pitch of Bayern just above the box where Manuel Neuer, Upamecano and Jonathan Tah will be making those saves. That is the place where Bayern needs to be concerning. But in terms of attacks, this team is doing the talking. Both Bayern and Paris Saint-Germain have been doing the talking. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Fabian Ruiz, we will be making those progresses high up on the pitch. Barcola will be the man who will be consistently staying in between Upamecano and Jonathan Tah. But Joao Neves and Vitinha, none of both these men are not seen moving simultaneously at the same time. One of them is staying deep on the defensive mid-pitch, but it is the presence of Mendes and Hakimi who needs to be stopped. Stanisic against the likes of Hakimi, will that be good enough? Lima up against the likes of Mendes, will that be good enough? Kvaratskhelia against the likes of Lima, will that be the thing happening? Desire Doué against the likes of Stanisic, will that be the thing happening? But Kingsley Coman and Olise have to make those aspects when Mendes or Hakimi, who are dropping deep into those attacking progresses near the box of Bayern, have to win those tackles and give those passes to Olise and Coman. Whether Harry Kane be dropping down and giving Bambi Musiala high up on the pitch, or whether both Harry Kane and Bambi Musiala will be staying high up to give that terror defense for Paco and Marquinhos to be making that big statements. And from our predictions into this game, we will go for Bayern winning this 3-2 be the scoreline, and Bayern are going to be making that 3-2 the scoreline. We will be having from our predictions, and that is in favor of Bayern winning this, because in the past 4 fixtures Bayern hasn't been making that. But no denying the fact, I would again say this man, if this Anthony Taylor, this referee is going to be making anything bad for today's game, it is going to be a bad aspect. It is going to be a bad aspect, because again FIFA has appointed this referee Anthony Taylor onto the pitch. I don't know whether this man Anthony Taylor, will he be annoying any players of those regions. I mean, he will be really annoying the fans time and again, because whenever this man Anthony Taylor, previously associated with so many controversies on the pitch, will he be making another big aspect over here and making those bad decisions on the pitch? Will he be doing the talking? Anthony Taylor is the man critical. But if the referee decisions are going to be good enough, then I would say it is going to be a one-way, and Bayern will be getting that 3-2 victory. That is with our predictions which we have made. And we have now 12 more minutes left into this. Let me just show those stats again. Let me just show those stats again. Let me just put those stats again over here onto the screen. Let me put this off. Yes, we are going to show those stats again. And will Anthony Taylor be the man who will be making those aspects bad or not? But it will be a big bad decision if he is going to be making that. Big bad decision if Anthony Taylor is going to be making that. Look at that. Again showing those stats over here. Let me put this screen over here. Take a look, guys. Take a look of this screen over here. It is on the predictions where Bayern are having those win probability and they will be doing the talking. It is 99 rating for PSG, but 100 and a tilt of 15.5% is that for PSG because PSG has met Bayern this past season in the UEFA Champions League group fixtures where they were facing at the Bayern Munich, at the Alliance Arena, but it was their goalkeeper Donnarumma who was not there. But despite about that also, it is about the past 4 meetings where Bayern has been making that high up against the likes of PSG. At his 6 wins PSG has got and 9 wins is what Bayern are boasting. But this lineup, just have a look at that. Let me just off the screen over here and put this. Yes, now it is looking good. Look at this elite lineups way back from the season 1994-95. One of the memories we will be also having over here onto the screen. Look at this lineup. It was Luis Fernandez, the coach of PSG, the manager for them. But look at this old lineup. It was George Weah, it was Bravo, and it was the likes of Gwen who were the men whom we count, and it was Ricardo Gomez and Roche, but Lama was the man on the goalkeeping aspects for PSG way back in 1994. This is the fixture which Bayern and PSG were boasting of. Look at those men, old legendary men from PSG, and look at this. Bayern was having the likes of Schroeder as well as the likes of Matthias and Crezu with the likes of Helme. These were the things talking, and Giovanni Trapattoni was the manager for Bayern into that aspect. But it was Babel, it was Haman, Dieter Hammam. These were the men who were making that, and Oliver Kahn on the goalkeeping aspects. This is that legendary lineup we are having back from the past. PSG up against the likes of Bayern Munich. It was in the year 1994. A clash that was. But in talking about the past clashes with Bayern and PSG versus Bayern Munich, it is those big wins, 9 wins, which Bayern are boasting. It is those 9 wins which Bayern is boasting into this. But will that be good enough? Because PSG are having those big confidence. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that live poll. Who is going to advance to the semi-finals, because it is the likes of Chelsea and the likes of Fluminense, the matches which will be having that. But in the knockout, look at this statement. Let me put this knockout screen over here onto for you guys. Let us have that look of this knockout. Look at that. It is PSG who has got that win over Inter Miami. Now they are facing Bayern. Bayern has got those wins over Flamengo. Now they are making that against the likes of PSG. But late today, we will be having another watch along Real Madrid against the likes of Borussia Dortmund. Madrid making that past Juventus and Dortmund making that past Monterrey. But on the other side of this bracket, look at that. It is the right part of the bracket where only the Champions League fixtures from the European teams are happening. Big clashes looking. And on the left part of the bracket, look at that. It was Al Hilal who was making some move, defeating Manchester City. Manchester City, no denying the fact, played well. But Al Hilal, Simone Inzaghi's men have been defeated by Fluminense. It is that one team from the Brazilian Latinos have made that to the semi-finals, and it is Chelsea from the Premier League. They have got It is Palmeiras who has got that defeat to Chelsea, and Chelsea making that win over Benfica has moved to their spots to the semi-finals. But will it be the likes of Paris Saint-Germain? It is the third match day for the quarterfinals out of those 4 match days, and up next it will be Real Madrid and Dortmund will be having that. But who will be taking those 2 spots in the semi-finals? Will it be the likes of PSG and Bayern from today? Will it be the likes of Real Madrid and Dortmund? What are your views, guys? What are your views? Give your votes on to that poll section which has been pinned. But again, looking at the analysis of this, let me just put that screen over here. Look at that. Look at that. In the analysis over here of all the probabilities both the teams PSG and Bayern are having, we will be having the watch along 7 more minutes left into that. But we have made our predictions as well. We have made the analysis of both the teams as well. But will that be the thing looking good? Will our predictions be coming good again? We have been making those predictions time and again, and all the fans who have been voting that, give your votes onto that poll. Who advances to the semi-finals? PSG, Bayern, penalties incoming, or it is Anthony Taylor, the referee on the pitch, who is going to be bit critical for those decisions. Lineups which we have just shown over here, but look at the probability of each outcome. It is 2-0, 1.5% for PSG, 1.8%, 3-1. The higher the scoreline is going for in favor of PSG, the less the probability they are getting. But it is less than 1 goal which they are experiencing is there where the win probability is. PSG are now having those win probability of 16.2%, but expected goal is only 1.3. 1 goal or 2 goal is maximum PSG can get into this game. That is what the different formations as well as those supercomputers are predicting into this. But Bayern getting the likes of 3-1, 2-0. Look at the clusters 2-1. That is the cluster where Bayern are making that big, and with a 67.2% win probability in those all types of fixtures which could have been played, a 2.71 is the expected goal XG that is in favor of Bayern. That is the XG which Bayern are boasting, but it is those clinical finishings from the attackers where they are going to be making that. It is those clinical finishings where they are going to be making that. All the stats we have discussed, guys, all the stats we have discussed over here, and now we will be moving on to the actual timeline. But this man, Anthony Taylor, much of the decisions will be waiting for him to be doing the talking. Anthony Taylor, the man, will he be doing the talking or not? It will be next. We will be having 4 more minutes for the kickoff. 4 more minutes left for this kickoff. How is this game going to be turning on? Who is going to be scoring the first goal? Whether it is the likes of Olise, whether it is the likes of Coman, Harry Kane, Musiala, are they going to be getting their first goal? Or it is the likes of Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Desire Doué, Hakimi, Mendes, Fabian Ruiz, are they going to be doing the talking? What is that which is going to be incoming? But all the decisions are laying on the hands of this man, Anthony Taylor, and hope this man, Anthony Taylor, doesn't make anything bad onto the page. It is the final lineups which will be showing onto that screen. It will be the final lineups which we will be showing onto the screen. Look at that. It is Bayern players who are seen coming onto the page. Let us put our Bayern lineup over here. It is Stanisic now coming in. Bambi has made his progress high up onto the page. It is now Pavlovic. Look at that. Pavlovic now replacing the likes of Goretzka, and he is there in the starting lineup. He is coming onto the page. He is coming onto the page. Will that be the thing doing the talking? Will that be the thing doing the talking, boys? Upamecano now. Look at that weird entry from the players which is looking at the FIFA Club World Cup. Jonathan Tau, this time Upamecano. Everyone now, oh my god, it is Michael Olise making his move, and he is coming onto the page. Whether you are a Bayern fan or whether you are a PSG fan, give your votes onto that live poll. Bambi is the man, the last man, I think, who is coming on to the page now. Oh no, it is Harry Kane. Harry Kane is the last man, I guess. HK009. Will this man be doing the talking? It is Joshua Kimmich. When is Manuel Neuer going to come? The captain. Both Bayern and PSG have made their way into the pitch, and it is the last look of the lineups. Yes, it is Manuel Neuer coming onto the pitch. PSG are already there. Look at those movements which is looking happening onto the pitch. The kickoff is about to happen in just 2 minutes. The FIFA Club World Cup things are looking happening. Manuel Neuer shaking the hands. But this man will be bit critical, guys. This man will be bit critical. It is the likes of Mikel Oliver, the man who Anthony Taylor. My mistake, guys. It will be Anthony Taylor, the man who will be much annoying if he's not going to be. The last look of the lineups for PSG. Look at that. It is goalkeeper Donnarumma, Paco, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Mendes on the defensive aspects. Vitinha is there, Fabian Ruiz, Joao Neves on the mid-pitch, provides Scalia, Barcola and Desire Doué for PSG. This is the final look of the lineups, and now moving on to the lineups of Bayern over here. It is Manuel Neuer, Lima, Upamecano, Jonathan Tah, Stanisic. These are the men on the defensive aspects. Kimmich, Pavlovic on the mid-pitch. Bambi is the man who is making his progresses into the first lineup. These are the two changes, Bambi and Pavlovic, whereas the rest is same for Vincent Kompany and the likes of Luis Enrique sticking to his previous fixtures against the likes of Inter Miami. The same lineup Luis Enrique is having, but Vincent Kompany getting two changes, Goretzka from the mid-page being dropped and Pavlovic the man coming onto the pitch, and Bambi replacing Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry was the man, but Bambi was on some sort of injuries. But now the things are different, and Vincent Kompany now picking up Jamal Musiala, Bambi into the squad. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. What is going to be happening into this game? Will Anthony Taylor, the man, be critical enough? We will be soon having the kickoff, and we'll be showing the timeline over here as soon as this man, Anthony Taylor, blows that whistle. Just 30 more seconds left for this kickoff to happen. PSG and Bayern Munich. What is that going to be? Big clash looking happening, guys. Big clash looking happening. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Now the watch-along is going to be happening with the exact timeline onto the page. But will Anthony Taylor be good enough for today's game? Hope this man, Anthony Taylor, doesn't disappoint a big time. Hope this man, Anthony Taylor, doesn't disappoint a big time. That will be a bad aspect. If Anthony Taylor is making anything bad for today's game, it will be a bad aspect to watch. It is that moment of silence. Liverpool's Diogo Jota no more with us, and that is that sad aspect which we are having. It is that moment of silence, guys. May his soul rest in peace. May Diogo Jota get everything and his soul rest in peace, and condolences to his families. Big loss for the Reds. Red is the color, but a big loss. Moment of silence, guys. May his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace, and condolences for Diogo Jota for that mishap which has happened, and we have lost a serious life. Reds will be more in those losses, but it is that family where his mother who will be having those big annoying as well as those disheartening moments. Losing her child is definitely a big loss. Condolences to his family, and may his soul rest in peace. That is what the thing is. Hope he gets everything in the next aspect of his life. Wherever he is, stay calm, stay in peace. Oh, big major loss, boys. Big major loss. Losing at such a young age is definitely bad. Now the kickoff is going to happen, and Anthony Taylor, the referee on the pitch, is going to blow that whistle. Yes, the kickoff has happened. Oh my God, look at that. PSG so early into this game has just given the possession, and they have just made the ball down to those throwing aspects. It is now Stanisic having that throw. The kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened, and it is just under 30 seconds. Ball in possession. Bayern now passing that. It is Marquinhos now passing that to Paco. Nuno Mendes this time, getting it high up. A block that is from Upamecano. Good one. Lima gets that. He passes that to Harry Kane. HK07 has got that. He is into the nets. He got past Paco. Nuno Mendes has got that tackle. But Anthony Taylor blows that whistle. I think it is Anthony Taylor who has blown that whistle. The kickoff has happened. It was Harry Kane inside the box getting past Paco, but Nuno Mendes with that tackle falls onto the pitch. And a free kick has been awarded to Paris Saint-Germain. Donnarumma going to take that. Donnarumma is going to take that. So far, not a single shot. Donnarumma takes that, a long ball. The ball is off the pitch for a throw. It is PSG not keeping the ball in their position because they know that Bayern are going to be making that press high up, and they are just going for those clearances. Luis Henrik down onto the sidelines having some worried view with his eye. Back to Donnarumma again. Donnarumma goes for clearance this time. Lama gets that clearance, but at the expense of a throw incoming. Both the teams, PSG and Bayern, the game has just kicked off 2 minutes into that, and none of the teams are keeping that position into their aspect. It is they are just moving the clearances down from the defensive aspect. Paco this time getting that to Marquinhos. Marquinhos gets that to Hakimi. Vitinha makes that move, passes that to Ruiz. Ruiz gets that. It is a good mid-pitch contribution, which is looking that. Ruiz with his left footer tries to find Kvaratskhelia. Olise is there. He has lost that position. It is Desire Doué. Now this time gets a shot. It is into the nets. Going to be Manuel Neuer jumps that. It's nowhere near the threats. Olise was there who got that position of the ball, but it was quite Scalia with that tackle who made that high up, and it was a ball win in the possession, which was kept, and Desire Doué with his right footer gets that a shot. Manuel Neuer gets that jump, but it was nowhere near the threats. The first shot on target has come in. I mean, not on target, but the first shot has got in, and PSG has got that. Kimmich with that clearance. Upamecano is staying close to the likes of Desire Doué. Look at that. It is Desire Doué and Kvaratskhelia who are moving close to the left part of their wings and to the right part of the Bayern's defense. Marquinhos this time up against Bambi. Passes that to Hakimi. It is Vitinha. Passes that. Joao Neves. Miss pass that is. But a throw coming in. Hakimi going to take that. 3 minutes 30 seconds. Hakimi takes a shot. Throw. Vitinha passes that. Clearance from Hakimi comes into the position of Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia is up against Upamecano. That is that part of the pitch where Bayern are getting those numbers talking, because PSG, Paris Saint-Germain are just making those progresses from their left part of the pitch. Desire Doué this time gets it high up. It is inside the box, goes in. Good block that is. Speed is where Stanisic is getting overtaken. It was Hakimi, but safe into the hands of Upamecano this time. It is those early goals, guys. It is those early goals. This game is looking quite evident that the team which is going to get those early goals will be having that mindset, because none of the team, neither PSG nor Bayern, are looking for some progressive aspects into this pitch. A throw one in, 4 minutes 30 seconds onto the pitch. Lima going to take that. Long throw. Olise takes that. Header it is. block coming in from the likes of Mendes. It is Coman who is staying far onto the wings. Lima takes that throw again. Bambi, Olise. Olise is the sole man trying to be talking against Nuno Mendes. Again, the ball is off for a throw. It is the muscle memory, guys. It is the muscle memory which is going to be making that aspect. Lima again, Bayern are progressing high up onto the right wings, but at the expense of throws coming in. Lima again going to take that throw. PSG are now down to their defense with 5 men. It is a throw to Bambi coming in. Harry Kane won that. He takes a cross. It is for Pavlovic inside the box. Olise takes that. My goodness. One shot each. Bayern takes that. Olise. But a poor shot it was from Olise. Pavlovic, a back heel that was to Olise inside the box. Olise takes that, but I don't think that shot hits the perfect spot of that boot where Olise was trying to hit that. Both the teams are making their aspects looking into this first half so far in 6 minutes that they are not going to be taking the possession deep. It is Bambi now up against the likes of Mendes. Mendes has lost the possession. Bambi winning that. And Tony Taylor, the referee, blows the whistle. And it is a free kick. It is a free kick for Bayern. It is a free kick to Bayern from their right mid-pitch. Olise is there. Joshua Kimmich is there. A header opportunity. Will it be going to incoming? Upamecano is there. Harry Kane is there for those headers. Paco, Marquinhos, they are also up from PSG to block those headers. Look at that. PSG down to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 men inside the box. PSG down to 10 men inside the box with a corner incoming. With this set piece be good enough. Who takes that? Kimmich. A light pass that is. Olise. Olise passes that to Kimmich to the wings. Cross coming in. Olise. Kimmich. A poor cross from Kimmich. Upamecano winning that tackle with that deflection. I think Fabian Ruiz has won that. No. I think again this time a throw is going to be coming on. Man, now Stanisic takes that throw deep enough. Harry Kane gets that header for Bambi, but straight into the hands of Donnarumma. One shot each. PSG and Bayern have taken. Bayern has got a shot on target, but PSG hasn't got a shot on target so far. Upamecano with that long ball. Donnarumma getting that to Lima. Lima gets that to Olise. Lima is up against. He is onto that inside the box. Right wings. Will he make a cross? What a poor conversion from Lima. He just goes for the nets, and no way that shot was close enough to make Donnarumma any kinds of saves. It was a big opportunity. Olise made that to Lima. Lima was there inside the box. It was Coman, it was Harry Kane, it was Jamal Musiala who were there. But that presence of mind from Lima just couldn't make this conversion good. It is 2 shots Bayern has taken, 1 on target so far. Clearance again coming in from the likes of Hakimi. PSG are just evading away their possession. And in the timeline, there is nothing to be shown so far. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. What will be the outcome? Stanisic takes that throw, passes that to Coman. Back pass, that is to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer gets that to Upamecano on the build-up. Upamecano this time gets to Lima. Lima is speeding high up. Lima gets that cross to the far wings. Hakimi gets that deflection. It was for Jamal Musiala, but Hakimi gets that. It is now the counter stalking. Bakula is up there, but Stanisic has made his presence good. Passes that to the likes of Desire Doué. Pavlovic gets that tackle good. Desire Doué has been getting those obstacles. Upamecano this time clearing that ball, goes in for Olise. But look at that, nothing cropping up. It is those presence of mind. This game is getting bit technical, guys. Look at this. Both the teams are playing technical big. Technically, this game is looking so good over here. And both the teams are making those progresses. Anything can happen, but we have made our predictions from the start of the stream. Those of you who are watching this can watch our predictions. We have made that. Olise is winning it up against the likes of Nuno Mendes. That is the thing which Bayern is making good into this game. Olise is winning it big against the likes of Nuno Mendes. That is the thing which is doing the talking so far. Fabian Ruiz with that throw gets the clearance. He passes that high enough. Barcola with that position, passing that to Hakimi. Now Hakimi is high up on the right wings. Will he make a cross? Will he get that to the mid pitch? Yes, he passes that. Fabian Ruiz, a good tackle from Bambi at the right aspect. Koeman gets that clearance. Pavlovic gets that to Olise. Olise is speeding up. He is getting past Nuno Mendes. Mikel Olise is doing the talking. He is getting past Nuno Mendes. Interception from the likes of Fabian Ruiz. Again, Koeman getting that. It is the likes of speed we are talking. It is the likes of agility we are talking from that right part of the pitch. And Mikel Olise is doing the talking and he is getting past Nuno Mendes, what we were looking to be happening. But now it is for the turn of Jamal Musiala to be getting that into that mid pitch. It is that high aggressive lineup where Bayern are making that. A good tackle from Stanisic. Hakimi is down to the pitch. That was a fair tackle from Stanisic. He gets the touch of the ball first. Anthony Taylor. Hope this man doesn't get any sort of bad nerves on this pitch. It will be a bad one. Vincent Company already talking to the sideline referee. Hope there is no card shown for that tackle. Yes, no cards shown, but a free kick being given. But because that tackle from the likes of Stanisic was good enough. No cards being shown so far, but a free kick coming in. PSG this time. Vitinha gets that. Mid-pitch pass, short pass to Ruiz. Free kick being taken, so short. Vitinha again. But look at that aspect. Upamecano is staying close to the likes of Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia back passes that. Paco. Makinos this time gives that to Mendes again. PSG are looking to make something happening from there. PSG are looking to make something happen from their wings. Anthony Taylor again blowing that whistle. A foul. Now this time he gives that in favor of Bayern. A free kick again. Bayern are going to be taking that. But it is a short one. Joshua Kimmich is going to take that. Anthony Taylor has been awarding those decisions 2 times for PSG and now it is 2 times for Bayern. It is Manuel Neuer going to take that free kick just near the center. Near the center mid page. Now it is all Bayern who are high up. Kimmich is staying that. Stanisic is there. Lima is there. But Manuel Neuer is the man taking that. A free kick from Neuer inside the box going to go that. He gets that to Koeman. Koeman keeps the ball inside the pitch. But it has been pointed for a throw. The sidelines has pointed that for a throw. And in the stats, why it is showing a one shot. Bayern has already taken 2 shots. One on target. Fabian Ruiz this time. Desire Due gets that. Mid-page block. Pavlovic gets that. Bambi passes that to Lima. Lima, whom is he going to get that? He crosses the wings. He gets that to Koeman on the left wings. Koeman with that cross inside the box. A header interception coming in. This time, Pacho gets that. Again, it was the cross coming in. Kingsley Coman was there. Look at that height of Paco and that jump. It was to Bambi, but he gets that clearance good. It is a corner coming in. Bayern are going to take that corner. Olise, is he going to get that? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that live poll which has been pinned onto the chat as well as to that Q&A. Mikel Olise going to take that corner. He is asking for a short corner to be taken for Kimmich. Anthony Taylor blows that whistle. A cross coming in. It is inside the box. A header coming in. Anthony Taylor has given a free kick. It is that cross was a header for Jonathan Tah. got that header, but it was the likes of Joao Neves who got that block. And now a free kick being awarded again. PSG are now getting that free kick. Donnarumma going to take that. PSG are not keeping the ball in their position on the centre back. Donnarumma going to take that free kick. Long, high enough goal kick being taken. It was again the likes of Barcola he was targeting. Harry Kane now pressing it high up against the likes of Pacho. Donnarumma gets that clearance. The ball is off for a throw. PSG have been getting their ball out for a throw most of the times. They are asking Bayern to be making those high progresses onto the pitch. Bambi now this time winning that interception, moves it high enough, passes that to Olise. It is the mid pitch where he is lacking. He gets a back heel to Lama. Kimmich this time retraces back, passing that to Upamecano. Again to Olise, again to Olise. Olise on the wings, up against Kvaratskhelia. He gets a cross inside the box. Harry Kane gets a header, placing that for Pavlovic. No worry for Donnarumma, gets that save. No worry for Donnarumma, he gets that save. Look at that. Bayern are playing technical over here, my boys. Harry Kane was going for a header and placing that ball for Pavlovic. But Pavlovic not aware of that placement from Harry Kane to be coming on that part of the pitch. Donnarumma again taking that. Pavlovic with that header. Gets that high enough. It is to the likes of Coman up against Hakimi. Coman is doing the talking. Will he pass that or cross coming in? He gets that to Pavlovic. Inside the box goes. Bambi again with that cross. It is a loose ball inside the box. Timer. No deflection from the likes of Marquinhos. He may get that a bad header. Now PSG having that possession. Kvaratskhelia this time up against the likes of Upamecano. Upamecano does the chase good. Back to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer chip in from Kimmich. Upamecano this time. Pavlovic gets that to Stanisic. Stanisic has got the ball. Stanisic is building up good. He is speeding high enough. He passes that to Bambi on the left wings. Bambi has been tackled by the likes of Hakimi. Joao Neves doing the talking. He is down to the pitch, but a foul has been given. Kingsley Coman with that tackle to the likes of Joao Neves gets that a foul, and Anthony Taylor, the referee, gives a foul in favor of PSG. This game is looking big, guys. This game is really looking big. What a big clash. Clash of the Giants looking happening over here. And in the timeline so far, not a single goal, no cards, no big saves, nothing to be showing for the timeline as of now. And in the stats, Bayern has taken 2 shots, 1 on target. PSG has taken just a single shot. 18 minutes are now complete. 18 minutes are now up. A throw in favor of PSG. Nuno Mendes is going to take that. But it is Olise who is getting past. Nuno Mendes is the talking happening. The confidence is looking high enough for Bayern. Will they get any conversions good? It is to the likes of Barcola who is making that. He passes that. Desire Doué has got Hakimi. Now is the thing talking. Hakimi is there. He is inside the box. He gets that good. Kvaratskhelia gets that. It is a shot being taken from Kvaratskhelia, but no, he should have gone to the center of the box. Rather, he goes for that first post, and Manuel Neuer was safe over there, and that shot was off target. That shot was off target. Look at that. It is that error which Stanisic made that. Now it is again Coman making that high enough. Bayern making that aspect. Coman gets that to Lama. Lama to Olise. Olise takes a shot. He is going inside the box. Will he make a shot? No, he passes that to Kimmich. It is those clinical spaces inside the box Bayern trying to get but not taking a shot. Coman again getting that to the far wings. He gets that to Lama. Lama, will he take a cross? He takes a cross. It was for Coman to the far post. That is where you have to get the ball inside the nets if you are going to be doing the talking against Donnarumma. But Kingsley Coman not there at the perfect space. It was Lama who was demanding high from Coman to be that. But a big opportunity again coming in. PSG also are having that. Oh my God, Stanisic is down onto the pitch. Stanisic is down onto the pitch. Two shots, both being taken. Both Bayern has taken two shots, one on target. PSG has taken two shots, but none of that has been on target. But Stanisic is now down onto the pitch. It is that left back where Bayern has got those worries now. It is those left back where Bayern has got those worries now. Stanisic is looking down onto the pitch. He needs some sort of substitution. It is some sort of aid coming in for his help. Is Stanisic moving out of the pitch? Oh my goodness, Stanisic is now moving off the pitch. Another big injury blow coming in. Stanisic is now moving off the pitch. Stanisic is moving off the pitch. Oh my goodness, a big blow that is for the Bayern lineup. Stanisic is off the pitch. Is Stanisic moving off the pitch? Such a boy, is he going to be coming in? What is that? Is Stanisic moving off the pitch? 21 minutes are up. PSG, oh no, making those progresses, but Stanisic is still there on the sidelines and he is making his presence back. Sachaboy was there ready to be making his presence, but Stanisic is now over there. It is an injury blow which Bayern has to be big aware of. Now PSG with their progress high enough to the left wings. Kvaratskhelia gets that. It is to the mid pitch where gets that. A shot being taken. That is the place where I am saying Bayern has to be critical onto that defensive mid pitch just above the centre backs where PSG are making those appearances. It was from the likes of a fall happening from the likes of Pavlovic. Kimmich was nowhere near that for that sliding tackle, but a shot being taken. Fabian Ruiz takes that. It is that part of the pitch from the starting of the stream I was saying that man has to be bit critical on that defensive mid pitch. Kimmich up against the likes of Pacho. Marquinhos passes that back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma gets that clearance high enough, but Stanisic is back on the pitch, guys. Kimmich gets that clearance, passes that to Neuer back. Stanisic doesn't have to go for any substitutions and he is back on the pitch. Otherwise, it would have been a big injury blow. Lama gets that. He's up against the likes of Ruiz. Lost the position to the likes of Kvaratskhelia. Now it is Fabian Ruiz doing the talking. He has a pass. He gets that to Bakola. Pavlovic getting those interceptions at those right time. But the involvement of Kimmich is not what I am looking there happening. He is being man-marked. Look at that. It is Vitinha who is staying close to the likes of Kimmich. Manuel Neuer this time gets that to Ta. Ta gets that to Stanisic. Pavlovic is playing that mid-pitch role good. Pavlovic is playing that mid-pitch role good. He had a fall, and that is why PSG got that move inside the box. It was the thing looking talking. Ball is back in position of Donnarumma this time. But man are high enough. Look at that. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are counting the numbers good. Vincent Company's men are counting the numbers good, but they have to make those chances look happen. Nuno Mendes conceding another throw. It is the fight which is happening. Nuno Mendes is time and again losing his position and cheaply conceding throw. Man, this time getting a throw. Anthony Taylor blows that whistle. 24 minutes are up. Lama with that throw. Lama has taken that throw quite cheaply. It is Paco this time getting that clearance. Stanisic back again to Coman. Coman gets that to Ta. Ta gets that a long ball for Olise. Back to Donnarumma. None of the teams are looking. It is an early challenge. Will Kimmich get that? No. It was interception from Coman. But Vitinha gets that ball safe. Kimmich is playing high up on the pitch. But it is that speed where he is lacking. Vitinha this time making it high up. He passes that. Stanisic getting that block to Bakola. No, a pass to the likes of Hakimi. Hakimi gets that to the mid pitch. Fabian Ruiz getting that to Joao Neves. It is the team dropping down. It is those swift movement in those formations where the things are looking talking. Kvaratskhelia that time gets a block. Cross inside the box. A head opportunity for Hakimi. No. Now it is Paris Saint-Germain who are doing their talking. It was Bayern who were doing the early talking in the first 15 minutes. Now in the next 10 minutes of those total 20 minutes, Bayern making those talking. Kimmich, good interception from him. Harry Kane gets that. Olise, but in the attacks, Bayern are looking that. Harry Kane gets that to Bambi high up. What a good pass from Harry Kane. Bambi gets that goal. Will he get that dribble? No, passing that to Koeman this time. Koeman is there onto the edge of the box, passes that to Pavlovic. Pavlovic gets that to Lama. Lama is there. It is that fluidity in the team. Now Olise inside the box. Oh my goodness, this team is taking a big toll. Any of the teams who are getting those first goal will be on that big advantage. Olise passing that to Kimmich again. Upamecano, Ta. Pavlovic, passes happening good. Confidence looking high up. Harry Kane. Stanisic this time, back to Kane. Kane has got a good move. He is up there. He has got the position. Bambi has got that. It is 1-1 against the likes of Marquinhos. No, back to Kimmich. Olise again inside the box goes in. A cross coming in from Olise. No, direct shot to Donnarumma. Donnarumma makes that save. Olise takes that shot, but it was a dribble from his left foot and a right footer shot straight to the far post. But Donnarumma, the tall man, saves that. A deflection coming in from the right hand of Donnarumma, and the ball is up for a throw. Big game happening, guys. Big game. 3 shots from Bayern, 2 on target, and 3 from PSG, but none on target is the story so far. And now Bayern are boasting of their second corner of this game. Bayern are now going for that second corner of this game. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Who is going to be making that? Joshua Kimmich taking that corner, good enough. Goes for that far post. It was for Tah again. It is a free kick. Anthony Taylor has given that. The referee on the page, it was Harry Kane who got a push. Nuno Mendes was down on the pitch and a free kick being awarded. Donnarumma is going to take that. A foul coming in. But look at that move. Harry Kane making that move was good enough. It is those tackles which are also looking happening. It is those edgy spaces where you are getting that clinical. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes to that poll. How are things going to be happening? Upamecano get that ball back to Manuel Neuer. Safe. Manuel Neuer with his left footer goes for those wings for Olise. Kvaratskhelia this time wins it big against the likes of Lama. Kimmich is there. A cross coming in. A good tackle inside the box. It is inside the box. A tackle being made. Oh my goodness, look at that. It was inside the box being made. That tackle Desire Due is still down over there. But Anthony Taylor has asked for the game to continue. Now he blows the whistle for the sidelines for any sort of assistance for Desire Due. So it's Scalia. Look at that build up. It was to Fabian Ruiz. Upamecano and the likes of Desire Due were there. Upamecano got that. No, it was Jonathan Tah who made that block good. It was a fair foul. Jonathan Tah making those fair tackles to Desire Due. It was a big opportunity for Desire Due to be coming onto the pitch, and it is Anthony Taylor, the referee, having some conversation with those referees on those VRs, but no, a safe tackle that was from Jonathan Tah. Big save from Tah coming in. 3 shots from PSG, none on target, and 3 shots from Bayern, but 2 on target. That has been the story. 29 minutes, 30 seconds on the watch. The ball position given to PSG, Anthony Taylor. It is Fabian Ruiz down on those defensive aspects, but none of those Bayern players are making that happen. It is the numbers counting good, guys. It is the numbers counting good. The numbers are looking, counting good on the pitch. That is where you have to be doing the talking. That is where you have to be doing the talking. Harry Kane gets that to Bambi. Bambi has made his presence. He passes that to Koman. What a big opportunity it could have been. Olise was there on that free space, but Koman couldn't find that, and Marquinhos gets that interception. Good. 30 minutes are up. 31 minutes are rather up. A throw coming in for Paris Saint-Germain. Desire Doué passes that to Mendes. Bayern are doing their talking, and the need of the fresh legs will be that in the second half to be doing the talking. But it will be a big worry. Jonathan Tah has lost that tackle. Barcola passes that. Desire Doué this time to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia is inside the box. He goes in. Inside the box he goes. A big save from Manuel Neuer. A big save it is from Manuel Neuer. Kvaratskhelia getting that block, and it was Manuel Neuer getting that block. Harry Kane getting that to Koman. It is the mid-pitch where Bayern are relying with Kimmich and the likes of Pavlovic. It is the change of the wings. What a big save it was from Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer made that save up against the likes of Kvaratskhelia. It is Manuel Neuer again doing the talking. Kvaratskhelia was the man. He was up against the life of Upamecano. Lima, he made that shot. He was there also on that open space, but Manuel Neuer gets that big save. That is what I'm saying, guys. That is what I'm saying. Donnarumma and the likes of Manuel Neuer. Oh my God. It is Stanisic again down on the page. He needs that substitution. If Stanisic is moving down the pitch, it will be the likes of Sacha Boey coming in, because Hiroki Ito not being available, Alphonso Davies not being available. But will Vincent Company go with the likes of Adam Osnu? Will he go for Rafael Guerrero? What are those options? Or will he go for that Sacha Boey to be talking? Oh my goodness, it is Sacha Boey coming onto the page. I can't digest that. It was the likes of Rafael Guerrero, it was the likes of Adam Osnu, but it is Vincent Company going with the likes of Sacha Boey. My God. If this is the substitution Vincent Company is going to make, number 23, Sacha Boey coming onto the pitch and replacing Stanisic with that, the game is over, guys. The game is over. The game is over for Bayern Munich over here. The game is over. The game is simply over. Hope Sacha Boey doesn't disappoint with his performance. Hope Sacha Boey doesn't disappoint with his performance. It is Stanisic down to injuries, moving off the pitch. He was already down in those early 20 minutes, but now on the verge of 34 minutes, Stanisic is off the pitch, and Vincent Company picking the likes of Sacha Boey. He had the options of Adam Osnu, he had the options of Rafael Guerrero, the experienced man, but no. Vincent Company going for Sacha Boey. That is the substitution. The game is over, guys. The game is over. Sacha Boey hasn't made any significant progress, but in this World Cup tour, he has been bit decent. Now oh my goodness, Sacha Boey wins that. It is Kimmich who is up high there. He goes that for Boey. Boey is having the position. Will he pass that? He goes for that far post. What a marvelous cross from Sacha Boey. My God. Sacha Boey making his substitutions, coming in for Stanisic. And In just 30 seconds of his move, Sacha Boey made his presence felt. Upamecano, what a good tackle it is to Desire Doué. A long ball from PSG, it was for Desire Doué, but Upamecano got that block to do a good. If Sacha Boey is not going to disappoint, that will be a big factor. Look at that. Nuno Mendes is high up. He is high up. Will Vitinha get that pass to him? The numbers talking good for Bayern in those positions on the pitch. But Vitinha has got that to Ruiz. Ruiz gets this time to Hakimi on the right wings. Back to Ruiz. Bambi is moving from the back, trying to get past Ruiz, but back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos gets that to Pacho. Olise is there. Look at that. Now PSG playing with 3 men on their defense. Vitinha, Marquinhos and Pacho. It is Mendes and Hakimi now putting that pressure high enough to be getting their men outnumbered. What a tackle. Jonathan Tah getting those man marking good enough and got that. Good win, but a throw in coming for Paris Saint-Germain. What a tackle happening. What a big game. This game is really doing the talking, guys. This game is really doing the talking. This game is really going to be a big one. Again, a throw coming in. 36 minutes are up. Man, are having those ugly substitutions coming in, and Stanisic is out and Sacha Boey is in. Sacha Boey is consistently pressing high up. Will that be the thing talking? If Sacha Boey is going to be performing good, he has given those. Donnarumma, PSG with that position, passing that to Marquinhos. Kimi this time gets that to Barcola. Barcola on the mid pitch. Olise has got that tackle. Upamecano this time. Kimmich gets that to Sacha Boey. Back to Upamecano. Sacha Boey, is he going to show his character in this game? It is a big opportunity for him, for Sacha Boey, to be making those aspects. Bambi gets that. It is for Pavlovic. Good move on the mid pitch. Harry Kane gets that. It is offside. Now PSG are having those high defensive offside traps onto that out of the pitch. Anthony Taylor, so far his refereeing has been decent, but hope he doesn't make any sort of bad refereeings into this game. Vitinha this time. A free kick. Fabian Ruiz takes that, passes to Vitinha. Vitinha is having that position. It is Kimmich, the man who is time and again pressing it up against the likes of Vitinha. Lamo has won that. Will he make a pass? No, he is having the position. Finally gives that to Coman. Coman onto the wing, speeding high up. He is up against the likes of Joao Neves. He has got a back heel. He is inside the box. Goes for that cross. Header coming in. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. You could have got that, my boy. You could have got that. It was a cross coming in. Kingsley Coman making his moves good, and he was there on from the edge of the box. He made a cross for Harry Kane. Harry Kane got that aerial supremacy over Pacho. A big opportunity it was for Harry Kane. It was a big opportunity for Harry Kane to be converting this header into a goal. He had got that aerial supremacy over Pacho, but the ball wasn't placed on that right spot. It could have been a clinical finishing from Harry Kane to be getting that into the nets. It could have been that clinical finishing from Harry Kane to be getting that into the nets, but it hasn't happened. Throw coming in. Sacha Boey again this time gives that a long throw for Harry Kane. Pacho this time gets that back pass to Donnarumma. Kimi this time again trying to find, it is to the mid page. Bambi has got that. Jamal Musiala, he is up there. Will he get a shot? Bambi gets a shot from Sacha Boy again, but blocked. But what I am getting in this game is those moves from Bambi. He is playing those good enough. It was a missed pass coming in, and the likes of Barcola getting those mixed passes and winning that. Olise makes that to the likes of Bambi. But shots from Bambi and shots from Sacha Boy, not a threat coming in for the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. Bambi's shot was blocked and Sacha Boy's shot was nowhere near the nets. Back-to-back two shots, but not a threat for Donnarumma. A goal kick coming in, 40 minutes are up, 5 minutes left in the first half. Upamecano this time had a deflection coming in into the mid-pitch. Kimmich gets that, a missed pass from Kimmich. A handball Kimmich is claiming for Anthony Taylor onto the pitch. Hope Anthony Taylor doesn't make any sort of bad handball which he has been previously making. But now that foul coming in favor of Bayern. This time gets that. Harry Kane, Lima is there. Coman is there. He is moving high up. Will he make that cross? No. He is with the possession. He gets that to the mid pitch. Pavlovic this time. It good for Bambi. Inside the box. A touch from Jamal Musiala. Bambi. Big opportunities are coming in, but clinical finishings again looking missing, absent from the Mayan attackers. Clinical finishings looking bit disheartening again. Kimmich this time getting that to Olise. Meccano is so high up. Olise passes that to Ta. Ta is that centre back pivotal role playing on that part of the defense. Oh my god, Anthony Taylor blows that whistle because of that extra ball onto the pitch. What is that? Jamal Musiala was so close, but he didn't even make a touch to that ball. It could have been a big goal. My goodness, Harry Kane has got a chance. Bambi has got two chances. It is a block again. Kimmich getting that onto the mid pitch. 5 shots taken by Bayern so far, 3 on target. 5 from PSG, 2 on target. That is the talking. Kimmich gets that to Lama, changing the wings on the inverted backs. It is Pavlovic now, passing that to Kimmich. Kimmich is now doing the talking with his left footer. He makes that high enough. It is Kingsley Coman. He has got that. Will he be a pass coming in? He gets that to Lima, but a block coming in from Pacho again. Pavlovic early on again, making those interceptions onto the mid pitch. But one thing, it is Bambi who is not staying high up on the pitch. He is staying deep down, and it is Pavlovic or the likes of Kimmich who are making it high up. It is those box-to-box playmaking which Pavlovic is doing, and that is what Goretzka hasn't been picked. Lama should have made those runs, or it should have been something good. But look at those runs. Neither Bambi nor Harry Kane made those runs high enough in those counters. Man have been getting those opportunities. It is now 5 on 5 shots both by those teams. Donnarumma gets that position back to Pacho. Pacho gets that clearance, but I think a throw is going to be incoming. But the likes of Sacha Boey coming into the pitch and Stanisic not making that is a big worry, which Luis Enrique and his men will be making that into the second half. 44 minutes are now up. It is a throw from Boey taking that to Upamecano. Lima this time. Lima gets that to Harry Kane. Harry Kane deep laying on his formation. Gets that to Upamecano. It is that attacking centre back. It is Olise getting that to Sacha Boey. Both are so high up. Upamecano this time is also high up. A pass that was from the likes of Desire Doué, but no. Sacha Boey getting that to Kimmich again. Pavlovic, look at that fluidity. 44 minutes are up. Will any of the teams get that first goal and that advantage of moving to the second half? What a good quality of game this is looking. Sacha Boy trying to find Harry Kane again, but Paco this time gets that interception. Vitinha this time getting outnumbered. He has passed that possession cheaply. It is Coman to Bambi. Bambi inside the box gets that. A shot from left footer. Bambi gets that. But it is the numbers getting. Bambi was getting outnumbered. It is the numbers where you are getting devastated on the attacks, especially from Bayern. None of the teams are looking to cheaply concede a goal. Bambi gets that to Lama. A tackle, it is from Marquinhos. A bad tackle to Bambi, and the referee Anthony Taylor has blown that whistle. It is Marquinhos who has got a bad tackle because it was the only way to stop Jamal Musiala from making his aspects into those attacking shots being taken. But no, 45 minutes are now up. 3 minutes of added time. Bayern has got a free kick. A free kick for Bayern. 2 corners for Bayern. They have been making those progresses. But injury concern and Stanisic is off the pitch. 46 minutes onto the watch. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Kimmich, is he going to take that cross? No, Olise takes that. A head opportunity. Oh my goodness, Super Macano has scored that. Bayern has scored that. It was a free kick being taken. It was a flag. Oh my god, the flags are raised. The flags are raised. A shot being, yes guys, it was offside. It is that offside trap which is being maintained, and it was offside. The flags were raised. The flags were raised. The flags were raised. No denying the fact the flags were raised. Mikel Olise took that cross so good, but on the other hand, it was the likes of Paris Saint-Germain getting their offside traps with their perfect centre-back lineup which they were having. It was a big time. It was a big time. Big offside trap. That is the confidence which Paris Saint-Germain are having. Joao Neves falling down on the pitch with that dribble from the likes of Pavlovic. A free kick coming in this time. Lamo has moved to the left backs and Sacha Boy coming in. That was a wide difference in those offside traps. Olise again, 2 minutes 30 seconds into those extra time. Bambi has been tackled. Donnarumma making that tackle. Paco was there making that. Oh my goodness, that was a tackle made. Oh my god, Bambi has got, Jamal Musiala has got a bad tackle inside the box. Hope he is not going back to those injuries. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I think that is a big injury blow for Jamal Musiala onto the pitch. Look at that. I think that is a big injury blow for Jamal Musiala on the pitch. Oh my god, Jamal Musiala has got a big injury. It is Stanisic who has got a big injury. And now it is Jamal Musiala who is down to those big injuries. My goodness, it is a big injury blow for Jamal Musiala. It is a big injury blow. That is what I was saying from the start of the tour, that Bayern with those less men in the squad are going to be making that. And I think that is a big injury blow for Jamal Musiala. This is going to be a big injury blow. Jamal Musiala Bambi is again, I think, going on a big injury. This is going on to a big injury. It was a tackle made by Donnarumma, and I think Bambi is the man who is moving to big injuries. Oh my goodness. What is this going to be? What is this going to be? Give your votes on that live poll. Whether Bambi is going to get those big injuries, it will be a big concern. It will be a big concern. It will be a big concern whether Bambi is going to get a big injury. Whether this is going to be a big injury blow. Give your votes, guys. My goodness. My goodness. Two big major injury blow. I think Bambi Jamal Musiala has got some sort of upset. He wasn't looking that perfect, but it was no options which Vincent Company could have got. It was those no options which Vincent Company could have got. Big injury blow coming in, guys. Big injury blow coming in. Big injury blow coming in. I will be taking a short 1 minute break, and those of you who are watching this, do stay tuned to it. We'll be coming on with the updates of Jamal Musiala Bambi, whether he is down to those big injuries or not. That will be the thing. It will be a big injury blow. I think the way Bambi has fallen onto that part of the pitch, look at that. It is me. Oh my goodness. I think Bambi has got his bad foot. Big injury blow. I'll be just back in 1 minute, guys. Those of you who are watching this, we will be having the analysis of the first half as well as those substitutions needed. To stay tuned to it. I'll be just back in 2 minutes. think it is a big tackle which has come in from Donnarumma. Donnarumma has made those ugly tackles onto the pitch, and I think Jamal Musiala Bambi is off for a big injury blow. And whenever this ugly man Anthony Taylor has been onto the pitch for Bayern or Germany, those ugly things has happened. It was a tackle again by Donnarumma which was made, and a bad tackle it was. Bad tackle inside the box coming in from Donnarumma, and again this man Anthony Taylor will be making those analysis of the first half, but it was a bad tackle which was made by Donnarumma. No denying the fact it was a bad tackle which was made from Donnarumma. Bambi, I think he is going on a long-term injury. I think Jamal Musiala Bambi is going on a long-term injury. My goodness. My goodness, I think Jamal Musiala Bambi is going on a big time injury. This is going to be happening, guys. This is looking happening. This is looking to be happening. I think this is going to be happening. Jamal Musiala is down to a big time injury. What a bad refereeing. It was a foul made by Donnarumma inside the box, but nothing being shown. And I think it is Jamal Musiala's ankle who has got a twist. And I think it is a bad one. It is a bad one. It is a bad injury which is looking happening. It is a bad injury which is looking happening. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is that ankle from Bambi. It is that ankle from Bambi, and he is down to the pitch. My goodness, it is a bad tackle. It is a bad tackle, guys. Bad tackle. And I think Bambi is on a major injury going on. It is a major injury going on. And I think the Bambi, the way has fallen onto the pitch, it is a big injury looking happening. It is a big injury looking happening. No denying the fact it is a big injury which is looking happening. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Nothing to be denied. Nothing to be denied. It is a big injury looking to be happening. Big injury, guys. Big injury. This is a big injury looking happening. No denying the fact this has been a big injury. This is some sort of ankle twist, and I think Bambi is looking to be making that bad. It is Bambi looking to be making that bad. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is a bad fall on the pitch from Bambi. Bambi is looking that bad over here. It is a bad injury which has come in. It is a bad injury which has come onto the pitch. I think it is a bad injury which has come onto the pitch. It is a bad injury, guys. It is a bad injury. Musiala gets injury in this FIFA Club World Cup. Oh my goodness. Musiala now gets that big injury. What will be that thing? What will be that thing? Big injury, guys. Big injury. Big injury. Big injury, that is. It is a big injury. it is going to be a big injury blow. The way Jamal Musiala Bambi has fallen onto the pitch, I think that is some sort of an ankle twist which he has got, but this injury is looking bad. This injury is really looking bad, and no cards for Donnarumma as well. No cards for Donnarumma as well in this game. No cards for Donnarumma making those tackles inside the box, and a big injury coming in, and still it hasn't been given. Still, it hasn't been given a card for Donnarumma. What are your views, guys? How is this game going to be happening? The second half is going to be underway, but in terms of playmaking, Bayern were really superior into this. Looking at the stats over here, look at that. 6 shots, Bayern has taken 3 on target. PSG has taken 5, 2 on target. Same, almost same position both the teams are having with them. But it is in the passes where PSG has been making that big. But in the pass accuracy, Bayern have been getting those interceptions to PSG. And in making those passes, Bayern have been really good. But it has been 7 fouls Anthony Taylor, the referee, has given against Bayern and 4 against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. But Bayern has got 2 corners, 2 offsides, big chances coming in. But let me put the stats over here. Let me just put the stats over here. Look at the stats of this game. Look at the detailed stats. It was Jamal Musiala who got big injury. My goodness. Big chances. Neither Bayern nor PSG has got any big chances so far, but the first shot was from Desire Doué in early 3 minutes. That was the first shot PSG took into this game. Olise taking that on the 6th minute. It was a big opportunity, I could say. He was in open space against the likes of Donnarumma, but shot not being taken. 19 minutes, Kvaratskhelia taking that. Big time save from Manuel Neuer. Ruiz on the mid-page, 22 minutes. It was again 27 minutes. Olise takes that. Kvaratskhelia on the 32nd minute. Big time save from Manuel Neuer again. Harry Kane, 38th minute. 40th minute, Bambi takes that shot. Boy, 40th minute. Bambi on the 45th minute. This has been the story. But big injury blow coming in for Bayern because it is the likes of Stanisic who is off the pitch. Sacha Boy has already made his presence. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes onto that poll section which has been pinned onto that chat. That who advances to the semi-finals. Will Bayern be able to do that? Because Bambi is already injured. Bambi is already injured, and I think that is some sort of an ankle injury. That is a big injury blow coming in. I hope is Bambi going to be making that into the squad. No sights of Bambi. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Still, the voting section is open onto their chat, and the poll has been pinned that who will advance to the semi-finals. PSG, Bayern, penalties incoming. We have got 50% votes for penalties. Bayern getting 25% votes and PSG getting 25% votes. My goodness, Serge Gnabry is down to a injury. The thing is now officially confirmed. That was the thing I was worrying from the start of this tournament, and now it is Serge Gnabry making his presence felt. Bambi is off the pitch, guys. A big injury blow that is. A big injury blow that is. Serge Gnabry already up there onto the pitch. Is the man going to be coming? And Anthony Taylor now making that because Jamal Musiala Bambi, look at that. His ankle in this pic is really looking completely turned. I think that is a big injury. Hope Bambi recovers good. Hope Bambi recovers good. But Anthony Taylor, the referee, not giving any cards to Donnarumma, not getting any sort of aspects with that playmaking. And it was on the verge of completion of the first half which things happened. And no cards for Donnarumma for that. Again, this man Anthony Taylor doing those shit refereeing, especially on the end of the first half. The whistle has been blown. The kickoff has happened. No, again, the kickoff is again looking happening. The big injury blow, guys. Big injury blow. Sacha Boy is in for Stanisic, and now it is Gnabry coming in. Big injury blow for Bayern. How are things going to be? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Lima this time. Will he pass that to Koeman? No. Gnabry is there onto the pitch. Now he has made his presence because Bambi Jamal Musiala is off the pitch. Injury blow again coming in. Sacha Boy this time has won that. Passing that to Harry Kane. Across to Sacha Boy from inside the box. No, he has won that up against Mendes. Will he get across? He gets that. Koeman gets that onto his chest. Passes that to Gnabry. Gnabry passes that. Poor pass from Gnabry again. Serge Gnabry inside the box, going for passes rather than going for those shots into the nets. This way, if the injuries are going to be making count big, it will be a big worry for Bayern. It will be a big worry for Bayern. Sacha Boy again getting those early progressions. He gets that. Kvaratskhelia is past him. Boy is there. Will he get a tackle? No, Koeman gets that. Onto the mid page. Kvaratskhelia is down. Anthony Taylor blows that whistle. This shit refereeing the injury which Jamal Musiala Bambi got onto the pitch. He didn't even had the look of those VARs, and it was on the verge of completion of the first half. This shit referee again, Anthony Taylor getting those bad decisions, not getting a card to Donnarumma for that ugly tackle being made to Jamal Musiala. And again, things are looking happening bad. Things are again looking happening bad. My goodness, how is this going to be? The referees are not in favor. The players are getting those big injuries. How are things going to be cropping up? How are things going to be cropping up? Donnarumma should have been given a card, some sort of VAR must be have taken into those aspects, but no, denied. And on the other hand, it is Sacha Boy and Gnabry in their poor form, making things happening on the pitch. Our predictions were made from the start of the stream, and now I don't know why our predictions are not going to be making that with such team. There is a free kick being taken. Hakimi takes that, a quick, tricky one. Pavlovic getting back to the likes of Boy. Boy this time gets that good. But Boy on the retracing part is not at all good. Look at that cheeky movement. Hakimi was trying to take some sort of a free kick, tricky movement, but lost the position. And we're more aware of that position. Back to Marquinhos. That shit Donnarumma now is owing that position of the ball onto the pitch. That was a bad tackle from Donnarumma. Bad tackle from Donnarumma. Oh my God. It is a mispass. Sacha Boy getting that. What a big save from Manuel Neuer. It was the likes of Barcola who was having that one-on-one aspect against the likes of Manuel Neuer. Sacha Boy making those mispasses, but no, Manuel Neuer saved that a big time. Big save again from Manuel Neuer. Big save from Manuel Neuer again. How is this game going to be? Suddenly in the second half, things are looking long balls coming in from PSG, but look at that. It was short Barcola taking that. It was one-on-one up against the likes of Manuel Neuer, but Neuer gets that save. Really good. What a big save from Manuel Neuer. Two big saves, I would say, in this game. Target's time on the mid pitch is now where Bayern looking struggling. Kimmich is not even dropping down. He is hovering over onto the mid pitch. It is the confidence in the first half now seen lacking in the second half, especially after that injury coming in for Bambi. 6 shots taken both by Bayern and PSG and 3 on target. Sachaboy this time, header, going that to Kimmich, Upamecano. Manuel Neuer this time, passing that to Pavlovic. It is that back position now Bayern trying to have. Gets that to Pavlovic. Koeman has kept the ball, but no Anthony Taylor. This shit referee again getting that throw in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. And look at that injury moment. Bambi getting those bad injuries, but no cards being given neither to Donnarumma. Shit refereeing. Absolutely shit refereeing. Especially for that tackle which was made. It is now Kvaratskhelia up against the likes of Sacha Boey. Sacha Boey has won that tackle good. At least a goal kick is going to be coming. Sacha Boey has a fall on the pitch, but a goal kick has been awarded. 51 minutes are up. The second half is now over here and 51 minutes on the watch. Manuel Neuer getting that to the likes of Pavlovic. These are the two important changes which has happened in the timeline to be shown. It is injury for Joseph Stanisic. It is injury for Bambi. Two major injury blows coming in for Bayern. And we are still playing in this FIFA Club World Cup with this shit referees Anthony Taylor on the pitch. And whenever this man has been refereeing, it has been those sad and ugly upset news coming in for Bayern most of the time. Now it is Serge Gnabry and Sacha Boey, two of the men in those ugly forms, hovering over onto the pitch. Kimi making that build up. Finally, Gnabry gets that block goal, passes that back to Manuel Neuer again. Gets a chip in. It is to the mid pitch. It was for Olise or for Sacha Boey. No, some sort of misconceptions looking happening. Sacha Boey and Olise are having on that pitch. It is now Nuno Mendes making his progress. He is there. No foul, says Anthony Taylor. It is Kimmich now making that to Harry Kane. Harry Kane has made a move. He passes that to the wings. It is Koeman getting that. Look at that move from Gnabry, not staying over there. He takes a shot. Poor move from Serge Gnabry. What he is doing over here onto that pitch. Koeman was there making those wide moves to the wings, but Serge Gnabry not even interested in taking a shot, not even getting his attacking awareness on that part of the pitch. And Kingsley Coman not even looking anywhere, just taking that shot straight into the hands of Donnarumma. That is a good play which has happened, and Bayern has been showing that good mentality, but lack of form of the players where Bayern will be really hoping to be making anything. Misconceptions looking happening. There is some sort of bad tackles looking happening. But still, Vincent Company going with the likes of Serge Gnabry and not picking up Thomas Muller for those replacements. Big injury blow, guys. Big injury blow. Big injury blow for Bayern in this game. Two big major injury blows. Stanisic is out. Bambi is out. Donnarumma, free kick being taken. It is a foul from Joao Neves to Pavlovic, and Anthony Taylor this time blows that whistle. I would be saying big trash about this man, Anthony Taylor, no denying the fact, because Bambi has got those injuries and no cards, no type of penalties being given to man inside the box. Donnarumma made that tackle. It is a free kick now. Kim is going to take that. All our predictions are going definitely bad because such injuries are coming in for this game. Kimmich takes that high enough. Coman to the wings. Coman gets across for a header. Ta was there. Coman gets that deflection on his chest. Sachaboy getting that header. Kimmich, he is the only man staying on the defensive aspects. Lama is up there. He goes that. Gnabry has the position. Will he gets a poor pass from Gnabry inside the box, making a gain. That was a poor cross from Gnabry again inside the box. Poor cross from Gnabry again, making that. But look at that injury. Bambi is down to a big injury blow, guys. And this shit referee Anthony Taylor not giving any cards to Donnarumma, not any tackles being converted to penalties. I'm not being able to get past this moment. So far in the stats, 7 shot man has taken, 3 on target. PSG has taken 6 shots and 3 on target. Sachaboy making a good tackle, passing that to Upamecano. Manuel Neuer this time, getting it high enough. Olise this time. Only the creativity will now be looking from that part of the pitch. But Olise up against the likes of Nuno Mendes and Pacho is doing a good job. Olise passes that to Kimmich. Kimmich gets that to Ta. Ta getting to Pavlovic this time. Kimmich is the man staying on the defensive aspect. This for Lama this time. Lama gets that to Coman. Coman is the man talking every time up against PSG. He is looking furious. Gets a cross inside the box. A tackle to Gnabry inside the box, but no Anthony Taylor asks for the game to continue on. It was a tackle inside the box. Joshua Kimmich gets the ball rolling, passing that to Olise. How are things going to be when no one is there? It is Harry Kane inside the box, gets that, a cross coming in. Coman gets that, a header. I think a corner is going to be incoming. Whenever Coman has been playing up against the likes of PSG, he is the man talking good. And it is the third corner which Bayern will be having in this game. But now what Bayern are looking vulnerable in this game is the absence of that mid-pitch. Only Kimmich is staying there. It was a foul to Gnabry again, but this man Anthony Taylor not giving any decisions for that. This Englishman Anthony Taylor is really bad in making decisions whenever a German club is playing. Now a corner again, third one coming in, 58 minutes on the watch. Joshua Kimmich going to take that. It is to the far post, he goes, targets that header, but nowhere near the nets. Deflection to it. Coman getting that to Olise. Desire Doué getting that tackle. Kvaratskhelia this time up against Upamecano. Gnabry back passes that to Manuel Neuer. Gnabry is playing safe. He is playing humble. But we need to get those fury moments of you, my boy. We need to get those fury moments. Lama passing that to Ta. Neuer this time. Neuer with his right footer goes high up enough. Harry Kane, Gnabry both having those tackles. What is that? PSG players are now falling down on the pitch and making Anthony Taylor the referee on the pitch to make any sort of bad aspects for Bayern players, giving those suspensions, giving those tackles. It was Gnabry getting that tackle up against the likes of Pacho, but Anthony Taylor now giving a free kick in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. This game really looked good in the first half with those players making it big, but in the second half, both the teams are looking for those early goals. Vitinha this time goes for Nuno Mendes. The ball is off the pitch. But no denying the fact, the fight which is looking, and it is Olise up against the likes of Nuno Mendes. The fight is happening, and it is Olise who is winning that. It is Olise who is winning that up against the likes of Nuno Mendes. This man is doing the talking. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who advances to the semi-finals with those big injury blows coming in for Bayern? Big injury blows for Bayern. But then also, who is going for to the semis? Manuel Neuer playing that. Pivotal 12th man onto the pitch has made those two big saves. Oman this time going for Lama. Ball is off the pitch. PSG are considering those throws. Lama takes that a quick throw. It is to Koeman. Poor first touch from Koeman. Pacho gets that back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma with that left footer. Sacha Boy and Upamecano are just overlapping their positions. Sacha Boy is looking aggressive, but he has to be careful if he needs to be making his mark. And so far in this, he has been decent. What a move from Serge Gnabry. Jeff making his moves. Passes that to Coman onto the mid pitch. Sacha Boy again with his head dropping down. Passes that to Olise inside the box. Olise goes. Olise takes a shot. A deep in shot, but to the mid center part of the post. Olise, in terms of making his dribbles, in terms of making those tackles up against the likes of Mendes, he is doing good. Gnabry gets that again onto the box, but loses the possession. It is now a long ball. Desire Due gets that. Jonathan Tah dropping down. Upamecano, Lima are there. Pavlovic joins in. Due is there. He gets a shot to the far post. No one from PSG going to take that. It was a wide play again. PSG has been showing. It is a wide play which PSG again has been showing. It was Lima who just invited Desire Due to be coming on inside the box. Desire Due made that wide across the post. The cross was made. It is back-to-back chances. Both PSG and Bayern are making that. Bayern down with so much of those injuries are still making this game looking happening good, and so far has got 9 shots, 4 on target, making it big. But then also big injuries are making those concerns, and still Bayern making this gameplay look so good. Upamecano, deflection. Gnabry going to take that with his left footer, goes for the likes of Coman. Coman up against the likes of Hakimi. Hakimi has passed that to Donnarumma. No one from Bayern up there for those counters as well as those numbers talking. Vitinha on the mid pitch has got a confrontation from Kimmich, but Hakimi gets that clearance good. Neuer a header one, gets that to Sacha Boy with his left footer to the mid pitch. Ruiz this time gets that to Pacho. It is at times Sacha Boy is looking rusty again. It is at times Sacha Boy is looking rusty again. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha down on the center mid pitch. Joao Neves is high up. Vitinha passes that to Marquinhos, creating that space. Marquinhos is now moving high up, getting that to Desire Due. Due changes the wings, goes for Paco. Kimmich has won that interception, but no deflection goes straight to Donnarumma. Desire Due made that move really good to the far post. Anything can happen, guys. Bayern down to so much injuries now. Boy getting to Kimmich. Good interception. Kimmich is the man. He is making his moves. But no, Pacho has won that. I don't know why Kimmich is playing bait subtle over here. I don't know why Kimmich is playing bait subtle over here. Kimmich for today's game, he is looking bait subtle over here. 63 minutes, 64 minutes are up. Nil is the score line. Hakimi and Koman, the fight is happening. At times, Hakimi is winning it, and at times, Koman is winning it. And on the other hand, it is the likes of Nuno Mendes up against the likes of Olise. But Olise has been dominant on that part of the pitch. But only thing, Olise has taken 2 shots, but both of them could have been a big conversion if that would have been those shots which he takes usually. But those shots from the likes of Olise hasn't happened. Who will snatch that big moment? One goal will be that perfect decider into that. One goal into this will be a perfect decider. 65 minutes. Manuel Neuer with that free kick. Right footer. Long kick it is. Harry Kane gets that header. Gnabry wins that. He gets that to Olise. Olise inside the box. Makes a shot. He's inside the net. Oh my god. It is a penalty. It is a tackle to Olise inside the box. With so much injuries, still Bayern making this game count good. It was a right footer from Elise, but I think there was a oh my god, it just misses the top bar. Elise again making that move, but PSG were just getting that ball into the nets. Donnarumma was high up, but Elise's shot just moves high up the top bar. 65 minutes 30 seconds. Donnarumma now takes that goal kick. Deflection coming in. Upamecano. Olise is making his moves. It is a foul coming in from Fabian Ruiz. Anthony Taylor, this man now gives a foul in favor of Bayern. But what a bad tackle to Jamal Musiala Bambi was made by Donnarumma on the verge of completion of the first half, but no cards being given. A throw now incoming for Bayern. No substitutions so far from PSG. They are sticking to their first lineup. Manuel Neuer gets that possession good. He passes that again to Olise. He is finding Olise smooth. Olise up against the likes of Mendes. Gets that. Boy is there, but no. It is some sort of interceptions coming in from Fabian Ruiz. Boy takes that throw quick enough, passing to Olise. Kimmich this time, getting to Pavlovic. Pavlovic is involved. Coman. Back to Kimmich again. Kimmich with his left footer goes for Lama. Lama back passes that to Ta. Back passes, Manuel Neuer this time. Predictable move from Manuel Neuer. This time the likes of Barcola was there, but Manuel Neuer again. Big time move. It is to Olise this time. Passing to Sacha Boy. Harry Kane to the mid page. Olise again. Creativity looking, making in to the far post. He goes. Bayern are making things looking happening over here, but a bit more of clinical finishing and touch will get that going good. Will get that going good. It will get that going good, my boy. It will get that going good. 10 shots Bayern has taken, 4 on target. 6 only from PSG, the UEFA Champions League winners, but only 3 on target. Who is having that big hunger? Bayern with those big injuries, and PSG only with a single injury of Kimpembe, though he wasn't a regular member of the squad. Look at that, big injury moments has come in. Oh my god, now Anthony Taylor, the referee, is doing the talking and giving those yellow cards. It was Lama with that tackle with his left foot high enough to get the possession of the ball, gets that a yellow card. It is that first card which Anthony Taylor has now made into this pitch. Conrad Lama is going to miss the next game with that yellow card. Who will be playing on those right backs, left backs? Stanisic is out. Alphonso Davies is out for those injuries. Big things, big injury blows. Davis is out. Hiroki Ito is out. Two of the dominant left backs. And it's Stanisic who is also down with those injuries, going back for substitution early in the first half. And now it is that yellow card coming in. Now it is that yellow card coming in for Lama, and Lama is going to miss that next game. It is no way for Bayern to be making this squad perfect for the next game if they are going to win that. Now it is the move coming in. Dembele from PSG is now seen warming up on the sidelines. Dembele from the sidelines is seen warming on the sidelines, and who is he going to replace? Luis Enrique is going to make his first substitution on the verge of 70th minute. First substitution coming in for Paris Saint-Germain. Still 20 more minutes plus stoppage time. Barcola is off. Barcola is off the pitch. And now it is the likes of Dembele coming in. Ousmane Dembele is in the pitch and Bradley Barcola is off. And this man, Anthony Taylor, now on the verge of those 70th minute, a free kick that is for Paris Saint-Germain into this game. But look at the stats, man, are dominating the stats, no denying the fact. With so much of injuries and so much of critical refereeing, Bayern is still making this game big. Free kick being taken. Vitinha passes that back to Ruiz. Kimmich is time and again pressing it up against the likes of Vitinha. No spaces being given. Lima is blocking those aspects on the right part of the pitch with Desire Due. Vitinha this time up against the likes of Kimmich. Press it up high, my boy. Press it up high. Press it up high. Win that tackle. Vitinha is making those moves. It is Harry Kane now dropping up, but Joshua Kimmich not over there. Sachaboy gets that. A move from the likes of Dembele. What a beautiful tackle it is. Harry Kane down to the pitch. But Anthony Taylor not giving a card for those tackles. It was Donnarumma who got those ugly tackles to Jamal Musiala Bambi, and Nuno Mendes not being able to get past. He was quite away from the ball and Harry Kane made that tackle good enough. It was a fair tackle from Harry Kane, and look at that, Kvaratskhelia giving that tackle to Harry Kane, but still no cards being given by this man Anthony Taylor on the pitch. It is that hunger from Bayern which is looking more onto this pitch, and they are making those progresses, but with so much of those injuries, will that be the thing happening up to those 90 minutes? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Free kick for Neuer. Vincent Company on the sidelines. Will he bring any more substitutions? Because Kingsley Coman is now looking down with no gas on his foot. Will there be the likes of Leonard Carl be coming in or Thomas Muller to be coming in? It is Pavlovic on the mid page, passing that to Lima again. Coman goes for Gnabry with that throw. Lima back to Pavlovic. Pavlovic passes that back. Manuel Neuer this time. Oh my god, Neuer has got a miss pass. Oh my goodness, Manuel Neuer, what a big opportunity he gave that to Dembele. That is why Luis Enrique made that. But what a casual shot it was from Manuel Neuer. Thank God the ball was off the nets. Bayern are now losing some mentality on the pitch, and a big opportunity it was. Manuel Neuer could have got that. Come up big, boys, come up big. Injuries are not going to be making things counting bad. It is that spirit of the pitch where you have to play it big. Boy, this time, Olise. Still the goal line is storyline is 0 each. Neuer again. Takes that, goes up high enough. Olise this time keeps the ball inside the lines. Boy is the man advancing high up. Passes that to Kane. Kane gets that to Lama. It is that mid page now. Bayern are looking, making things obstructed. Only creativity now coming in from Olise. Harry Kane goes to the far wings. It is Coman. Yes, he has got the position. He's making his moves. He has made that. Kimmich gets that. Will he take a shot? What a poor left footer. But I think Kimmich is complaining of some sort of deflections which he has got. But Anthony Taylor, look at that. This man not giving any decisions for that. It was a deflection coming in, and Kimmich got that deflection from the likes of Pacho on the pitch centre back. It was a corner to be incoming. But no, the referee again, Anthony Taylor, what a poor referee on the pitch, now gives a yellow card. Anthony Taylor gives a yellow card, that is to Vincent Company, I guess. Look at that, it was a deflection coming in from Pacho, I guess. Man are being completely pressed by the refereeing, by the injuries. Things are looking happening over here. Now it is Hakimi moving up high. Coman is there. 75 minutes onto the watch. What is that? Anthony Taylor giving that a free kick this time. And a free kick to Bayern for that tackle. And now again, this man is showing his colors. Look at that. This man is again showing his colors on the pitch. Anthony Taylor, the man, again showing that it is a yellow card given to Desire Doué. Thank God it is a yellow card to Desire Doué. He is already bleeding on from his lower lips. Desire Doué is already bleeding on from his lower lips. 76 minutes 30 seconds, and in the stats 11 shots from Bayern, 7 shots from PSG. That has been the story. Bayern have been dominating in those big time shots against PSG for the past 5 fixtures. Meccano this time gets it big against likes of Kvaratskhelia. Olise this time getting it up against Mundis. Olise wins that again. Olise wins that again. It is that one goal which is now going to be creating that difference. It is that one goal which is now going to be creating that difference. Fabian Ruiz gets that to Vitinha. Look at that. Sacha Boy overlapping with the likes of Meccano. It is Kvaratskhelia getting that fluidity, moves it high up. Lama gets that block board, passes that to Harry Kane. Harry Kane having that position but losing it onto the mid pitch. It is now PSG trying to get their numbers over pitched. It is Joao Neves passing that. Desire Doué with his left footer. Yes, that is the statement. Harry Kane takes a hell lot of time in getting that shot. Pass to be made, and Desire Doué gets that goal. It was the numbers who were looking not happening on the pitch. And what a poor play. I would blame that simply to Harry Kane with that. I would simply blame Harry Kane for not making those first time passes, rather keeping the position, and in dropping down, he loses that. It was a move coming in. Desire Doué takes that and he goes for that first post, whereas Manuel Neuer was expecting that. It was a grounded, poor shot from Desire Doué, but Manuel Neuer was looking for that far post. The goal has happened. PSG has got that. Bayern, despite getting those injuries, not making that statement, not getting that clinical finishing. I would say it was a poor thing coming in from Harry Kane. If Bayern have considered this time, it was a poor thing coming in from Harry Kane, and that man takes hell lot of a time to move. And now Desire Doué moving on to the pitch, bleeding from his lower lips. This man has got that goal. Yes, he has got that 1-0 on the timeline. The goal has happened from Desire Doué. Now Vincent Company going for those substitutions. Now he is bringing Thomas Muller. whereas it was the likes of Bambi missing and Thomas Muller not given those things. Two substitutions coming in, Pavlovic out and Goretzka is in, Coman is out and Thomas Muller is in, but still relying with Serge Gnabry on the pitch. Manuel Neuer taking that goal kick, goes for Harry Kane. Goretzka this time. Thomas Muller, no. A free kick being awarded. And whenever this referee, Anthony Taylor, has been there on the pitch, it has been those bad news. No denying the fact. Bayern has been those superior in playmaking in this game. Desire Doué is out for PSG. Lucas Hernandez is in. Fabian Ruiz is out. And Zaire Emery is in. That is what the substitutions has come in. Donnarumma takes that goal kick high enough. It is for Mendes. No. Denied. But Sacha Boy, no denying the fact, have been really bit decent at times. It is that goal which has happened for PSG out of no way. Bayern have been brutally battered by the referee decisions. They have been brutally battered by those injuries, and then also they are making that 81 minutes onto the watch. It is Bayern to score if this game is going to those extra time. Gnabry dropping down, making that to Tar. Is high up, passes that to Lammer. It is Goretzka who has been tackled bad, and it is Pacho again. My goodness. Look at those tackles which is looking happening. Look at those tackles which is looking happening. PSG have been making those ugly tackles. Now it is Goretzka down onto the pitch. What an ugly tackle it was from the likes of Pacho. Give him a red card, my boy. He is having that red card, but is he going to show that? Bad refereeing again, bad refereeing again. No cards being again shown. Look at that tackle from Pacho. It was to Goretzka onto the pitch. It was to his shin bone. William Pacho has been given that red card. Make it big, my boy. Make it big. William Pacho now making that red card. It is this shit referee now trying to make some compensation into this, and a red card has come in. A red card has come in. William Pacho is off the pitch. William Pacho is off the pitch. PSG now down to 10 men. PSG now down to 10 men. 83 minutes onto the watch. PSG down to 10 men. Pacho is off the pitch for that poor tackle and rusty tackle made to the likes of Goretzka. Pacho has got that red card. He's off the pitch. Time is doing that TikTok clicking on. 7 more minutes. It is Beraldo now coming onto the pitch. PSG has already got those substitutions of Lucas Hernandez onto the pitch. They are now bringing in Beraldo. They will be looking down on their defensive aspects. That is what they will be looking, because they still have that one goal advantage. And it is Kvaratskhelia from the attacks being dropped, and Beraldo is the man coming in, number 4. But PSG down to 10 man, 83 minutes, 30 seconds. Beraldo makes his move. He is down to the pitch. A free kick now coming in. Kimmich, Olise. A header coming in. What will be the thing happening? Gnabry is there on the far wings. Will that be a cross? Olise takes that across, a header, but no one takes that. Deflection, good coming in from PSG. Olise takes that. Thomas Muller onto the wings. Olise this time gets back to Upamecano. But look at that, on the mid-pitch, no one is advancing high up. And Harry Kane in this game hasn't got a single shot on target. That is what the thing has been poor. Harry Kane in this game hasn't got a single shot on target. It is Lucas Hernandez who has got a foul to Olise. It is Lucas Hernandez who has got a foul to Olise. Olise is down to the pitch. Again, a bad foul to Olise. PSG are now looking, wasting their time, big time. Again, a free kick for Bayern to be incoming. Will that goal be incoming, my boys? PSG are down to 10 men inside the box. He takes that cross, good enough. Header for Thomas Muller, no denied. Lammer gets that deflection, again denied. Lise down to those defensive aspects, retracing that ball, passing to Neuer. Lammer gets that clearance safe. He goes for that for wings, but no one is going for that left wings where Gnabry is staying. And Harry Kane has been really poor in this game. Now he is pressing high up. He goes for the likes of Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes for Hakimi. Hakimi showing some acrobatic skills. The first touch from Hakimi was poor. 85 minutes, 30 seconds. Jonathan Tah this time getting that to Upamecano again. But look at that positioning from Harry Kane. I'm not being able to understand which part of the pitch is he trying to press. It is now Thomas Muller showing those waving hands to Tah. Gets that to Lammer. Gnabry this time going for Harry Kane. Harry Kane is not having anything to be talking when the speed of Paris Saint-Germain are making that. 86 minutes. Pachaboy gets that to Olise. Will that 10-man PSG be good enough to defend? Olise gets that to Upamecano. Upamecano gets that, a header for Harry Kane. He is inside the nets. Harry Kane has got the ball inside the nets. The flags are raised. That is what I am saying. The speed of Paris Saint-Germain is where the Harry Kane is losing everything. Look at the speed with which Harry Kane was trying to just come down the pitch and then move high up enough to get a header, but he wasn't even aware that the centre back lineup is so high. That is what sometimes Harry Kane is a bit poor. It is Rafael Guerrero now coming in. It is Sacha Boue who made that presence, and now Guerrero making that. This substitution from Vincent Company, I would again say why Sacha Boue was kept on the pitch and why Guerrero wasn't made that. Now he is bringing in Rafael Guerrero. That is what the substitution he is doing. But down to so many injuries, what is that? His mind might be out of this game. 87 minutes, 30 seconds. Donnarumma takes that goal kick. Getting that header, but none of Harry Kane and Thomas Muller getting that. Lima this time with that deflection passes back to Neuer. Talking about the stats of this game, look at that. It is those 12 shots man has taken, 4 on target, but only 8 from the likes of PSG. It is Thomas Muller this time getting that. Cross from Thomas Muller, not getting that. A deflection from Joao Neves. Olise up against the likes of Lucas Hernandez. Olise is doing good. He passes that to Upamecano. Crosses from Upamecano again. Harry Kane, no. He is staying so far from those crosses to be happening. 88 minutes, 30 seconds. Harry Kane staying so far away from those crosses for those headers. In such a stage of the competition, he wants that free space. And now with that one goal lead, Paris, if they are going to win this, they will be getting it after 4 games. A win for Paris will be coming up against Bayern after 4 games if the scoreline is going to stay up to those 90 minutes. Donnarumma again taking that long goal kick. Upamecano this time gets the ball rolling, passes to Neuer. Neuer gets that to Guerrero on the right back. Gets that. Guerrero safe. Guerrero has the possession. Mendes trying to recover the ball with his speed. Guerrero gets that to Olise. Olise passes that to Kimmich. Pass that ball. This is time. Goretzka gets that. He is rolling it higher. Pass that to the wings. Kimmich again getting that to Guerrero. Harry Kane this time. It is to Olise again to the wings. Kimmich this time gets a tackle. He gets that. Upamecano this time making it move. Good. He has taken a shot to Donnarumma. It is the mentality now Bayern are failing after that injury to Musiala. It is that mentality now Bayern are failing after that injury to Musiala in the first half. 6 minutes of added time. Stoppage time being awarded in this game. 90 minutes are up. Thomas Muller getting that to Goretzka again. Thomas Muller on the left wings. He takes a cross inside the box. Again block. Marquinhos gets that interception good. Passes that to Dembele. Dembele is being chased on the pitch. Kimmich takes that. Dembele passes that high enough. He goes for the wings this time. Thomas Muller getting that header deflection safe. Kimmich this time. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Out of that, 1 minute is almost up. 5 more minutes for this referee Anthony Taylor to be blowing that whistle. Lucas Hernandez getting an ugly tackle. It is to Kimmich. It is a red card. Anthony Taylor getting a red card because Paris Saint-Germain have been doing those ugly talking with those tackles. It is Anthony Taylor now getting a red card. Oh my goodness, what is this going? Is this a... Look at that. Lucas Hernandez with his left leg. He was trying to get Guerrero. That is some sort of a bad tackle from Lucas Hernandez and he has been given a red card. It is really bad. It is Anthony Taylor making that statement and a red card to Lucas Hernandez, but Lucas Hernandez is not moving off the pitch. He is wasting those time. He is wasting those times. He is wasting those minutes. Anthony Taylor is wasting those minutes. Anthony Taylor giving that red card to Lucas Hernandez. And now Lucas Hernandez is moving off the pitch so slow. Lucas Hernandez is taking hell lot of a time to move off the pitch. He has been previously associated with Bayern, but now PSG are down to 9 men. 9 men PSG. PSG are now down to 9 men. What a rusty play it is from PSG getting those ugly tackles. Again a free kick for Bayern. 2 red cards. PSG down to 9 men. Will Bayern get that? A short pass to Olise. Olise gets that into the box again. Crosses making to the first post. Not going for those curves to the far post, my boy. Olise gets that to Kimmich. Kimmich gets that across. Beraldo, this man getting that deflection. It is now Paco getting those. It is Pacho getting those deflections. I mean those red cards. It is now Lucas Hernandez, 2 of the centre backs getting those red cards. Now it is Dembele creating those drama on the pitch. Now the UEFA Champions League winners are creating those dramas on the pitch to be just wasting those time. And we're definitely superior in this game. 3 minutes 40 seconds. Olise with that cross. A header coming in. Thomas Muller takes that. No, it is Goretzka taking that. But the ball is off the post. No denying the fact, clinical finishings hasn't been that good. Clinical finishings hasn't been that good, and PSG now down to 9 men are looking wasting those time and again. And whenever this man, Anthony Taylor, has been on the pitch, it has happened, my boys. Vincent Company on the sidelines, making things looking bit hilarious with that substitution of Sacha Boe and not bringing in Guerrero, and now on the verge of those completions of the stoppage time brings in Guerrero. Upamecano takes that throw quick. Move that ball fast enough, my boy. Guerrero gets that to Kimmich. Kimmich goes back to the far wings. Gnabry this time. Poor cross from Kimmich again. It is Kimmich who is down to the pitch. He is moving that. What is that? The way Kimmich has been playing it. Oh my god, Dembele's shot hits the post. Oh, it was a save from Neuer. Bayern really were not looking to be playing in the second half. Definitely Bayern were not looking to be playing good into those second half. Bayern were mentally down with that Jamal Musiala's big time injury, and they were looking already mentally down in the second half. That is what 2-0 is the score line. 2-0 is the score line, and that is what the mentality has shaken. The mentality has shaken. Bayern with this exit from the Club World Cup. The mentality is going shaking. The mentality is doing shaking. It was Hakimi moving that, and he got past the likes of Gnabry. The whole team needs an overhaul change, my boys. Now it will be the thing talking. Jamal Musiala not in the squad. Now Bayern will be tested big time. And 2-0 is the score line where they are getting those exits after 4 wins against PSG, consecutive 4 wins. Bayern will be getting those exits from the FIFA Club World Cup. That is the thing looking to be talking. That is the thing now looking to be talking. PSG are moving to the next round, and it is now 6 minutes are up. 6 minutes are now up. What will be tomorrow's headline? That PSG down to 9 men, 2 men on the red cards, have won over Bayern Munich, and Bayern, who were down with so many injuries, making good in the first half, but could make that happen in the second half. That is what the storyline is. That is what the storyline is. Olise this time, will he get a shot? He goes that. Deflection to it. No one takes that. Gnabry with that tracing ball. Passes that to Kimmich. I don't know why Kimmich is making everything. Muller with that header. It was there. Oh my god, it is a penalty. What is this show which is going on? What is this drama going on? And now I think it is a penalty being given. Anthony Taylor is worried of his. Oh my god, it was a bad tackle. I think Beraldo had no. It was Nuno Mendes who had got those left footers high up. It was Thomas Muller trying to get that header. And I think it is a penalty now. It is a penalty now. And Harry Kane will be taking that. Harry Kane will be taking that. What a drama in this FIFA Club World Cup it is going. FIFA World Cup is trying to just make this so hilarious over here. A VR check is now going on, and a penalty over here. Anthony Taylor is doing everything after those injuries moments to Jamal Musiala, and he is trying to get a penalty. He is now moving to those VAR screen. He is now moving to those VAR screen for that check. Anthony Taylor, is he trying to make his image back for the German fans? Because time and again he has been really so bad. And penalty check is looking happening. That was definitely a left footer from Nuno Mendes. High up, high up. That was definitely high up from Nuno Mendes. It will be definitely a penalty if Anthony Taylor is going to get that. Oh my goodness, what a big drama this is looking happening. Anthony Taylor is not even looking confident that how he is going to be shaping up with those decisions. He's still talking to the referees. We are assist officials. I think that is a no penalty. Now Anthony Taylor with that drama gives a no penalty on those VRs. Bayern Munich fans have been really robbed bad, and Anthony Taylor trying big time to get those things happening. What a drama this man Anthony Taylor has got into this game. What a poor referee decision has been. But man not being able to score a single goal, and the whistle has been blown. Whistle has been blown. PSG are still getting those wins, and they are making that PSG are making that to the next stages of the tournament. But what a drama! FIFA Club World Cup trying everything to be making that. And next we will be moving on to the watch-along of Real Madrid up against the likes of Dortmund. This game we'll be watching that, but Bayern have been really robbed. It is that big injury moment for Jamal Musiala coming in. It is for those injury moments for Stanisic coming in. But man, with so much of the injuries played good, but then also couldn't get that clinical because it is the stats which are talking. 13 shots man has taken, 5 on target, but not a clinical finishing again. That has what the statement been. And it is the same way Vincent Company has been making those bad aspects. And I'll be just ending this stream. Good night, guys. Good night. We will be making the analysis video of this one as well as the next watch along we will be having is the likes of Real Madrid up against the likes of Dortmund. That clash also we'll be having. But till then, do stay tuned to FC RAMSAY. We'll be making a good analysis video of this game in our vlog section, which will be coming up tomorrow morning. Till then, bye bye, and do come and join our next watch along Real Madrid and Dortmund. Bye.